Welcome everyone to the Peaches Cast. I'm your host Pierce, alongside my good pals Jimmy and Dylan. So, technically, I did my first podcast with THPN last episode. We did started off the prospect series with my good friends Jacob and Empy. By the way, check out Simplifying Scouting if you haven't already. Subscribe and all that. But this is my first podcast with my good pals Jimmy and Dylan, part of THPN. It's a pretty cool moment here. So, once again, thankful to be part of this community. Glad to be here, and yeah. So,
yes.
even though it's the middle of summer, it's August 10th right now. There is actually a lot of things to talk about, but that also happens when you're like away for 2 weeks or whatever we've been from the show. So I thought
it's been a minute, like a month, no?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Well, me and Schmitty did a show like I think 2 weeks. I don't know. Time just blends all together, especially now in summer. So, well, either way, it's been a while, and again, in the middle of August, you think there wouldn't be too much to talk about, but there's actually a lot of news that's piled up the last little bit, and we're going to get to all of it, and we're also going to do a mailbag. So I don't know how long this is going to take, but buckle in. It's going to be a crazy one.
My seatbelt's jammed. Help me, Dad.
No! No!
We have to end the podcast now.
That's unsafe, dude. I'll just duct tape it. Just
duct tape it.
Just duct
Good
tape it.
idea.
If I do with my kid, it's like they're not moving. It's fine.
Do that to your socks as well, because they're gonna get knocked off.
Woo! Pierce, where do you want to start here?
Max Pacioretty is out 6 months.
Fuck him. Next one.
That stinks. I saw he was already in Carolina, like a Carolina uniform.
Yeah,
Did they have like a skate or something? Like,
yeah,
I don't know how he got hurt, but
Okay.
I saw a Canes fan stated it best, I guess, in this situation. Look at Max Pacioretty basically as the Canes deadline acquisition, and if the timeline works out right, they may be able to finesse LTIR really good right now with $7 million on LTIR going into the deadline. Like, that gives you enough room to make a big splash if Carolina's in position for
Kane. I like your thinking. I get Martin.
Exactly.
That's actually a
very 2-year extension, by the way. That
Pierce, you actually might be onto something. That's a very good idea.
It's the blonde hair now.
It's soaking into the brain, dude. It's that blonde energy.
It's taking control of me. I mean, anyways, back to the matter.
It's his symbiote.
You ready, Brock?
This is something else.
What's some religion, Pierce? Why don't you?
Want forgiveness? Get religion. Remember when we watched that Montreal Schmitty? That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
We watched on the last day. Like, what do you want to do? I'm like, let's watch Spider-Man 3. You know what? That's a great idea. Anyways,
just quoted the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah, literally. Like, I could you and I could sing the quotes like 5 seconds ahead of them.
We'd be like talking. I'd be like, wait. Best character showing up, and then J. Jonah Jameson would come on the screen.
You ready for Chinese New Year's? Go.
That's a weird way to say Mr. Dickovich. Come on now. Don't disrespect my man.
Your pills, Mr. Jameson.
Who would win in a battle, Mr. Dickovich or J. Jonah Jameson?
J. Jonah Jameson.
Man,
he's too angry.
He's like just had
Mr. Dickovich would just outweigh him. What are you talking about? This guy's got patience like nobody.
Acts like J. Jonah Jameson's gonna run out of steam.
Man. You gotta run away. You gotta keep your space. Guy like J. Jonah Jameson's a hothead. You gotta play him. You gotta play to your strengths and play to his weaknesses. Come on now.
It's all about getting the first hit in. I feel if J. Jonah Jameson can, but if it goes longer, that's when Mr. Dickovich can outweigh him. That's how I see it. Well, anyways,
enough about my sex life. Let's move into
let's continue.
Oh sure. John Klingberg, Anaheim, 1 year.
I wanted to touch up on the Carolina thing. I'm like, I mean, yeah, like Pacioretty on injured reserve. Yeah, it sucks, but I mean, you literally gave up nothing to get him.
He's been getting into his whole career.
You still got Dylan Coghlan, so
yeah. Again, like you get him at the deadline, you can get Don Waddell. He's the man, and I bet Eric Tulsky had a say in that. Anyways, yeah, let's get on to John Klingberg in Anaheim.
Jimmy, you can lead off. You wanted to talk about it.
I think it's a fantastic move. I don't think they're not deep enough of a team to make the playoffs, even in the Pacific. I don't think. Like who they get? They got Ryan Strome, right? Ryan Strome,
Frank Vetrano.
And Frank the Tank.
Yeah, nice players, but of course nothing that's gonna
Good
like.
players.
Yeah, good players, not superstars. So I think they're still an outside team. I think this is very much like we talked about it before, and I mean I think everyone's made the comparison. It's like Taylor Hall in Buffalo. Just bet on yourself for 1 year.
Here's the thing: he's not going to Buffalo.
No. But no, and Klingberg, I think it's great because you can slap him right next to Cam Fowler for really as long as you want. That's not going to be perfect, but
it's not going to play defense, but they'll probably get points.
Listen. All you're looking for, I think, is you want Klingberg to produce. You've got enough players, I think, to slap him on a power play with Zegras, and company, and make something of it. So Anaheim's not a great team by any means, but I think that what they have around Klingberg is enough to get, I think he'll produce well. I think if you went back to Dallas, I just, quite honestly, I never thought Klingberg made sense in Dallas. Because that's a team that seems to pride itself on defense, and shut down play, and he just never really fit into that. So I see him definitely.
Well, I think with Rick Bowness. Oh wait, they hired Peter DeBoer. Never mind.
Oh yeah, they did. There was a lot of coaching changes there. A lot of flip flop. There's
a little carousel there.
Yeah. So no, I really like that move. I like it for Klingberg. I like it for Anaheim. I could see him going to a team like. I feel like he fits in on a Calgary. As much as that sounds like the Dallas team I mentioned last year.
We just talked about the team, maybe Carolina. They just say, fuck it, we'll load
Carolina was in on Klingberg before they got Burns. People forget that.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
All you have to just retain twice, get a team in on there. Blackhawks, hello. And there you go. Get him for under $2 million. It's an amazing move for Anaheim. I just love it all around. I think that's one of the smarter moves of the off season. I don't think that's talked about enough.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Pierce.
Oh, I was gonna say from Anaheim's end of thing, I think that's great. John Klingberg, he fired his agent, got a new agent because boy, oh boy, was that bag ever fumbled. Because there were reports that he was getting an 8-year contract in Dallas. He wanted Seth Jones, like Dougie Hamilton money, and he wasn't getting that. And I understand why go for that kind of money, but at the same time it's not there. I think he was offered somewhere between $7 and $7.5 million per. He probably should have just taken that in hindsight. But I mean, again, if you can get going in Anaheim, and then maybe things aren't great in Anaheim, you're doing well in Anaheim. Anaheim isn't great. They're in a position where they sell at the trade deadline. You can go to a team maybe want to go on a deep playoff run and then get to secure the bag. But then I don't know, that's just rough from John Klingberg's thing, but you got to think there's a big chip on his shoulder now, especially after that, and he's gonna be the guy in Anaheim. You got Shattenkirk and Drysdale on your right side, but right now, I think Klingberg is better than all of them. Kevin Shattenkirk is kind of on the wrong side of his career, and Jamie Drysdale still has a little bit to go before he comes that top end defenseman and potentially takes over Klingberg. But for now, he's probably going to be, you brought this up, Jimmy, he's probably going to be the number one defenseman on the power play. Playing with guys like Zegras, he's going to get his points, he's going to get his cookies. But I think the chance to get that 7-8 year contract might be gone now, because Taylor Hall, what happened with him, he got the money, he got the security, but 4 years, $6 million per.
That's not what you were supposed to get.
No,
you're supposed to get 8 by 8. You're supposed to cash in. Same for Klingberg.
You just gotta remember it's a different time too. Obviously
it's a different era.
Well, yeah, if this was 3 years ago, Klingberg would have got $8 million because the cap was supposed to go up exponentially every single year. Then a pandemic happened. A lot of these teams were kind of set up to where they were supposed to have cap space this offseason, but couldn't because of the way the salary cap's been moving. Yeah. And I think we're just going to see this a lot more from players. If that 8-year deal's not there, there's going to be some players that, granted, Klingberg's a little younger, so you could pull this off, but compared to a Kadri who's in his 30s, but 2025 is when the cap's going to take that big increase, and some players might just take bridges and 1-year deals and just bet on themselves and see if the money's there next offseason. Because like Pierce said, it wasn't there this offseason. Simple as that. And the teams that had the money went a different route, which I can go into a whole other conversation about how the Seattle could have just thrown that at him for 3
Or
years.
even like Detroit, like I know
Ottawa,
he was heavily
like,
linked
there's-
to Detroit, Ottawa.
There are a lot of teams that could have paid him instead of other players. Like
Yeah.
even like New York.
Winnipeg could have been one. Like,
there's a team, yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just like, and I don't mind Anaheim. I really like that fit for mainly Drake. I don't even like it for John Klingberg. I like it for Jamie Drysdale more because Jamie Drysdale has been getting thrown to the
He's gonna
wolves
be
on the
he's
top
gonna be
pair.
the one standing in all the in front of all the bullets right now, and not him. Like John, that's gonna be John Klingberg.
And I could very much see Anaheim running a 2 defenseman top unit on the power play next year because
that whole right side again, Klingberg, Drysdale, and Shattenkirk, like
all very similar. Like
Cam Fowler too. Like that's just the right side alone. Like they got
a very puck moving. They got a very puck moving friendly back end, I guess. Then you got like Vakanainen and stuff, and we'll see what he can do.
Yeah,
and like Mahura and stuff. But
well, like you said, they have a very opponent friendly back end as well. That's a problem.
Yeah. They live and die by John Gibson. I think everyone knows that by now. And I guess Dostal, that kid looks pretty good, so they'll have him. But
Dostal,
yeah, I don't know, man. Like, you got to take the 8-year deal when it's there. I'm a firm believer of that. And these players live and die by terms. So that makes me really wonder how much, like, I wonder if that $7 million that you were talking about, Pierce, was on a different deal, and that 8-year deal had a way lower cap hit, because that's the only way I could see him turning down an 8-year deal, in my opinion. Because unless like the cap hit's like, if the cap hit was like over 6.5, you should have taken it probably.
Oh, definitely. Well, that's what I heard. Like, I'm pretty sure Jeff Merrick was pretty much on this all year, where he's like, well, here's what's going on between John Klingberg and the Dallas Stars, and it's like, again, he definitely wanted the Seth Jones contract, or Darnell Nurse contract, but he got nowhere close to it. But I'm pretty sure he got like 6.5, 7 million, like per anywhere between for 8 years. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So could be wrong, but either way, like looking back at it now, obviously hindsight's 2020, but oof.
And that's why
at the same time, like Dallas, like maybe Anaheim's a more offensive, like friendly environment for him to get points, and again, like maybe get like a 4 or 5 year contract again, but like the opportunity to get a 8-year contract is completely.
He was putting up points on Dallas, like going anywhere else, offense, and not. Oh, okay, well, it's Anaheim, but like I said, especially with that power play unit, that's the biggest thing, man. Like that power play unit could really, really make some damage. Even just adding him, that helps their power play, but it helps him because he's going to be stat padding for a good. It's like what we talked about. Carl Soderberg. It's a guy who knew he was on a tryout, right? Like that's the kind of mindset he can be in now. You don't have to worry about being on this team the rest of the year. All you have that motivation to get to a different team. I feel like that's something people don't talk about.
Well,
like,
just don't shoot 2% like Taylor Hall did, and you'll be fine.
Taylor Hall, by the way, is the absolute worst case scenario of that 1-year contract.
Kevin LeBank's another one too. That's a bad one.
Ooh.
Kevin LeBank dropped like a 6.96 or 6.4 or something like that.
Pierce, I completely forgot about how badly that went with Taylor Hall.
Yeah, he had like 2 goals and like a 1 point something shoot. Like it was awful. Like it was not. That was not going to keep up.
Like, then he got 2 goals in his first 2 games in Boston because hockey.
Yeah, because he was going to. He doesn't score literally anywhere else.
Yeah, like he shot like 1% in Buffalo, and then he goes to Boston. I think he got like 8 goals in 16 games. Like that's hockey in a nutshell, right there. So
100%.
But no, like
good for
Anaheim's end of things. Like that's amazing. Just like from a pure asset management thing, because if you could easily retain half that and flip them and probably get a first round pick at the trade deadline.
Well, also the big key I think people are going to have to realize is I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me go look at this contract because I'm pretty sure they gave him.
To cap friendly, we go in August.
They gave him a 10-team no trade. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see what those 10 teams are come February if they are in a position to flip him, because we got to remember Taylor Hall I think had a full no move, so this gives Anaheim a little more flexibility.
Yeah, Taylor Hall wanted to go to Boston as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he had that full movement clause. Like Anaheim just has so much more flexibility, and that's again like Buffalo's and the things of that Taylor Hall trail brutal. Like Anaheim, they have like Taylor Hall. He's making $8 million. You had to retain half that contract, and the best you could get is like a 2nd round pick in Andres Bjork. Like from Anaheim, a right-handed defenseman at the trade deadline. You could retain half, make it $3.5 million. You probably could get I'd be more surprised if it didn't get a first round.
Is that they got Lazar out of it too, and he's actually been an effective player for Boston. Like they didn't just get Hall.
Now Lazar got like a 3-year deal in Vancouver this offseason.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I knew he went somewhere else.
Former Edmonton Oil King and World Junior captain.
Speaking of the Oil Kings, didn't Jalen Lupin get traded?
Yes, he did. He got traded to the Tri-City Americans.
I was wondering what city the Americans.
The team of Carey Price, and that was an awful pick.
Like the Americans?
Yeah. So for
I played
context,
for Canada.
Carey Price played for the Tri-City Americans, and in the 2005 draft, he was like, Montreal picks Carey Price, and then Pierre McGuire's like, oh, this was off the reservation, which, by the way, why would you say that? And then he's like, this is a horrible pick. They have so many other needs. Like,
they have Jose Theodore and Cristobal Huet.
Yes,
so many other needs.
Look that clip up. It's just awful in so many ways. Get so hilarious.
We've played that on this pod so many times. Too.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah.
Pierre.
Literally, I heard Tri-City Americans, and I'm like, that's immediately what I thought of. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Podcast moment.
So I want to get into let's get into a team that hurts me. And it's not Toronto. Bergeron and Krejci are back in Boston.
No. Let me get into this. Why would this exactly hurt you?
Okay, listen.
Yeah. Because how does this affect the Leafs? Even when you say it's not going to affect the Leafs, it does affect the Leafs. It's crazy how that works.
Two different approaches. I like Dylan's. Anyways, let's talk about this. Let's talk about.
Anyways, David Kampf is going to get a 5x3 contract, just like Nick.
Did you see the guy who was like David Kampf should get the Nick Waugh deal? I was like, yes, please. Yes, please.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, by the way.
There's actually an argument he could at least get 3 years too. That's the worst part.
Get excited, Leafs Nation! Yes, sir.
He's been so good in that role. But I can't escape.
Yeah, so we made a Boston Center conversation about the Leafs. Good shit, Jimmy.
Okay, anyways.
Too much
all right.
propaganda. We got to move on.
I'm going to pull up Boston's cap friendly, but you guys know this stuff better than me.
You know what's great? Like all of us knew that Bergeron was going to sign for cheap for 1-year deal, but then you like talk to friends who like aren't as inclined in hockey as we are. And like I talked to my buddy Chris, and he's just like, dude, that's the best contract in the league right now. And I was like, I mean, you're not wrong. I was like, 2.5 for fucking Selke winner is the best contract in hockey.
That might literally be the best contract in hockey.
It's kind of hard to top.
Yeah.
Sure.
But like, it's just like. The day he falls off a cliff will be the day I think all of us just are shocked because it hasn't come yet and it doesn't look like it's coming.
It won't happen.
He's literally an ageless wonder. I mean, like there hasn't been a season where
he's going to be super Bergeron while Marchand's out with that surgery in the beginning of the year,
and McAvoy and blah 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 because they have like a pile of injuries.
Oh my God! Did you say Boston's injured? No way.
What?
How do we feel about Boston now? Contenders
they
again?
Still suck.
Or
what better than the Leafs? Owned.
They're literally still in the same position they were last offseason. I don't think David Krejci moves the needle as much as people think he does.
Oh, I don't think he moves the needle much at all, personally. I'm more focused on Bergeron. I think the David Krejci thing, to be honest, it just screams boys club in the worst way. Yeah, I'm going to share my thought on that really quick. If I'm a Boston fan, I'm fucking horrified. Because if you really could not go and find a center that was not David Krejci, you couldn't have just signed a Dylan Strome. Really? You had to wait this long, and you go and get the guy.
To
back.
be fair, they got Dylan Strome for this. Dylan Strome costs the same price as both of them. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, he does.
Okay, Jimmy,
so.
but they can't.
Actually, they're cheaper than Dylan Strome. Combined, they're cheaper than Dylan Strome.
No, Bergeron's great, fucking fantastic signing. I just don't like the Krejci signing. I don't like that at all. I think that's like Patrick Sharp. It's Patrick Sharp 2017-18. That's what that smells like. I knew something.
I gets you like 30 points. No one gives a shit. I'm just saying.
I'm more worried about the mindset of the front office, quite honestly. He'll be fine.
I mean, we all knew Don Sweeney was going to run the teams on the ground. We figured that out very clearly after Bruce Cassidy got fired. Like, this is like the Joe Quenneville, Stan Bowman thing. Like, The
Power
guy is
struggle.
the GM is eventually going to win. Like, it's just the way it is. And he's going to get his fucking way, and he gets to run the team into the ground, and he gets to succeed, whichever
Because
way
it
he wants
goes
to go.
all the way to the top. The owner's guy is the GM, and the coach's guy is like, that's what happened in Chicago. So.
Also, David Pasternak's free agent after this year, so have fun with that one.
Let's go. Pasternak and Matthews to Chicago. Woo!
Dude, they have so many UFAs. Like, they have 4 forwards under contract after this season.
Oh, hey,
That's
They
crazy.
really like the Blackhawks for real. Damn.
Guys, you know what's going to be great is when David Pastrnak takes $5 less than the market value and everyone talks about it for 5 years.
Hey, guys, remember Pavel Zacha's a Bruin now? That's a thing.
Oh, that I do like at center. I do really like Pavel Zacha.
That's why David
He also
Green's
needs
going to be a
to
3
Go on, elaborate.
Hmm?
I said go on, elaborate. How you like Pavel Zacha at center? No.
He should be good, but he's not yet. I want him to be good, but he's not yet. He was good for like 2 months, but now he's not good. So, Pavel, do shit.
What an analysis.
Yeah.
That deserves a golf clap for me.
What an analysis.
All right. I just sometimes I really need to get into that mindset, and it takes.
God, Hampus Lindholm's on an 8-year deal. That's still terrible.
No,
He's locked up the same amount of time as Charlie McAvoy.
And Seth Jones.
I would have loved Lindholm for 4
We need to
years.
talk about that.
Not a.
Yeah, but Boston's still in the same spot. Genuinely, I don't think they're better. I don't think they're worse. I think they're probably a wild card team. They're a wild card team, and if their goaltending regresses, they're probably not a playoff team. So,
No, if they get average goaltending, they're not a playoff.
They got average goaltending last year and made the playoffs. So that's why I think if they get less than that, they're done.
Fuck me, I thought they got good goal. I can't speak.
Well, Swayman was good, but they split the net, so you got to remember, like.
Yeah, I think they got like 915s.
Yeah, let me look.
Oh no, they got.
Yeah, oh no, not 915 save percentage. Oh no.
Also, a big thing with Boston is I'm just curious how that new system, because Montgomery's a new coach, so I'm curious how quick the team's going to transition. Obviously, he does get a full camp with the team, so that's going to help. But I guess having that veteran presence is probably going to make it easier than having a bunch of kids learn the new system. I don't know. We'll see.
They quite literally got a 915.5. Yeah.
Wow.
You were quite literally 0.5.
I love you. You've done me wonders.
Hold on, brain.
What do we want to what do we want to talk about next?
Oh, hockey. Let's do hockey.
Hockey?
Wow.
We should make a whole podcast about hockey. That's a great idea.
Talk about everyone's favorite headhunter becoming the captain of the New York Rangers.
Oh, can we please get into that later? I don't want to talk about that.
No, we're talking about it right now.
Right here, right now.
Jacob.
Yeah, because you skipped it twice, so I'm not skipping it a third time.
You know what, Jimmy? This is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. He's going to come get me. He's mad.
POV, you're anyone that's within 20 feet of Jujhar Khaira.
God. Yeah.
Yeah, but
did you see that compilation like Jacob Trouba is the new captain of the New York Rangers, and it's just a compilation of him like
yeah, there's the one of like him literally putting the one where Khaira got carted off or the ice. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Like I get he's not a piece of shit off the ice, but like, dude, whatever. Like I wouldn't give this much of a shit if he hasn't blatantly been headhunting for the last like 3 years.
Or actually learned from doing that and stop.
Well, why would he learn from it? Why would he learn from it? The league doesn't suspend him.
What? Yeah. What do you mean?
How could you learn from your actions unless you get like a Tom Wilson fucking 16-game suspension, which he's never going to get?
No.
Sorry. Like I don't blame him for not learning his lesson because the fucking league won't enforce it.
No one's teaching him it.
Like he can do whatever the fuck he wants, and he realizes that. It sucks, but it's just the way it is. Until the league enforces it, he's going to keep doing that stuff.
Blame the game, not the player.
Yeah, we can talk about this every time until the cows come home. Like, these players are going to keep playing like this until they get enforced like that. Tom Wilson played like that until he got suspended for like 16 games, cleaned up his act, and then actually became a real player. It's crazy how that works. Still does the stuff, but he just cleaned it up.
Yeah, he's not going to kill anybody. Probably, most likely not. We're at that point.
Whatever. An insufferable player is the captain for an insufferable fan base. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Own them.
That's fair.
Real.
What are you
No,
saying?
but like
New
honestly,
York
like how do you have to
fans?
feel if you're Chris Kreider?
No, I want to know. Do you guys know if this was a room decision or a coach decision? Has anybody said? Because what the fuck?
I saw someone immediately go, it's a Gerard Gallant call, and I was like, that wouldn't even surprise me.
No,
Yeah.
that's probably what it was.
Yeah, I thought Gerard Gallant was good, and
He is good.
We've learned that he can be.
His play style gets you wins. It's just you're not going to like every decision he makes when he gets you those wins.
Example,
Dryden on top
getting
six.
scratched.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
But don't worry, guys. The kid line's great until they scratch him in Game 7.
I forgot about that.
The shift. Don't
The
you forget
shift.
it. Rangers
three
fans
Rangers
for
playoffs.
Was True
generations.
on the ice for the shift? Oh, I hope so.
I want to find the top 3 Rangers playoff moments tweet and like quote tweet with my top 3 Rangers off-season moves. I could put like Trocheck 7-year deal, Trouba captain naming, and what other bad move did Chris
Good
do?
thing they kept Pavel Buchnevich. Am I right, fellas?
You just don't. It just makes no sense that Chris Drury, friends with
Hey, he was GM of the year, so he's doing his job.
kind of annoying. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, moving on. Jonathan Huberdeau, long contract in Calgary, showed up to there was some sort of skate going.
He had a dinner, don't you know, with Brad Treliving.
Buddy, he was at this skate yesterday. It was some like
What
QMJHL,
was that?
some pro-am thing. He was wearing a Reebok. He was wearing a Reebok Calgary jersey with his name on the back of it.
Yo, confirmed they're getting the jersey rights back in 23-24.
It's so fucking funny.
That's
Pierce,
the
have you
last
seen it?
jersey I bought, or a company I bought a jersey from. Reebok.
Real.
I respect that. Shit. Yeah, what we thinking? It's a bit.
That is a pretty big deal. A big boy deal. $85 million over 8 years.
Yeah,
It's about exactly what I thought he was going to get.
yeah,
Like-
and what was it?
They were going to throw the exact contract they threw at Gaudreau. It does not matter. They need a fucking star there. Even if he declines in his 30s, a player like that and a play style like that is not going to decline. That's like one thing I could say. If you're going to bet on any player into his 30s, Jonathan Huberdeau is not a bad bet to bet into your 30s.
Jonathan Huberdeau also doesn't really rely on speed, which I think is something that really.
It's like Patrick Kane, dude. Like that. Those type of players will age better in the league.
Mm-hmm. Oh, exactly.
Yes, blonde hair. He has blonde hair. That's why
Yeah.
he did really well. For all our listeners, Pierce just pointed at his brain. So I.
No, you're right. Huberdeau is smart. You're right. He is
Oh,
a smart blonde boy.
No, but they I don't mind the deal at all. Everyone's going to blow it out of proportion. Calgary needed to make this move regardless. You can't lose 2 stars and then potentially a third one. This deal had to get done regardless. Yeah. And clearly they were willing to throw that money anyway, so might as well just do it now. And that helps you maybe set up the future relationship to get Mackenzie Weegar extended down the line. So
I was going to say, yeah, they haven't – is Weegar on a contract next season? He is, right?
Nope. He's
Nope.
the UFA.
Okay. Well, yeah.
What?
They got to get that done.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
No, I don't know. Calgary had to make that move. They got Mangiapane locked up for 3 years at a really good favorable contract.
Yeah.
That you kind of get his best years of free agency. So if he declines, you don't really get locked up for the bad years. That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Calgary's in a position to where they're going to get worse, but they're not going to like bottom out, which is probably best for the team.
I mean, they're not. I don't think they're going to fall too far off. Personally, I don't know. Like,
I mean, it depends on Markstrom. Markstrom's a Vezina candidate again; they'll be fine.
Yeah, and Weegar, I don't know. I feel like we're forgetting how fucking good Mackenzie Weegar is. Like, he's perfect. He's perfect.
No, but one bad turnover in playoffs equals bad.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Braden Point does own him though.
He does. I think I said this before. Like, I understand.
Who doesn't Braden Point own?
Weegar, I just still
Nathan
don't.
McKinnon.
Hmm?
He said, "Who does Braden Point not own?" Nathan McKinnon.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyways,
And Frank Nazar.
Okay.
you were still okay. Mm-hmm. You were still talking.
Me?
Yes, you.
I just said Frank. Oh, my bad.
No, you were talking about something before I cut you off. Here, forget it.
Oh, no, it's okay. No,
Man, we are so good at this shit. Oh my god, we're
Oh,
the
come
best.
on.
You can tell we've been doing this for every single day, don't you know? It's definitely
Yeah.
not mid-August right now.
No, but Calgary's got to move a defenseman. Like they have 9 NHL defensemen under contract, so there's got to be someone on the way out.
Move
Like,
somebody, sign Erica Branson.
There's no way Valimaki's going to be your 8th defenseman going into this year.
I remember that awful contract. That's funny.
All right, yeah, let me see. So I'm gonna
I just remember that signing breaking on the stream, and I had to do a triple check to see that was actually real, and it was real.
Yeah, why in the hell is Nikita Zadorov? I mean, he did have a good year last year, so I get it, but jeez.
Daryl Sutter.
My man thinks he's part of the team.
Bro, I think he snuck in. Really? Like, yeah. No, you're right, Dylan. This is kind of just someone's got to go. There's a lot of decent players on that defense.
They're not high on Valimaki, which like you would think they'd want to move him if that's the case, but
Hawks, why not?
man, teams just love sheltering a defenseman and ruining them. Ottawa, Branstrom, get on it. Anyways,
Anyways, Branstrom for Boden. Let's go. Get excited.
Yeah,
Hawks
real.
Nation.
Please. It'll never happen. Anyways, RFA arbitration cases.
Yeah, I just wanted to go through all the
jack off Trennan, baby. Let's go.
Oh. Remember the fucking arbitrator missed a day and he had to ask for it to be moved to the next.
He's just like me for real.
This dude was sleeping on the
It's his day off. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
My man blood
It's my
said
day
it was
off.
his day
You guys
off.
want to whine about contracts? Well, you know what? My son's got a birthday party, so.
No, honestly, though, the arbitration cases leads into one of the more interesting ones that I don't know if it got solved before arbitration, but like Jesper Bratt signing a 1-year deal, I don't think got talked about enough.
Yeah.
Like, no, but did you see what the team filed for arbitration at? I think it was like $4 million.
3.5, 4 million. It was not
Are
all.
you serious?
It's actually just flat out disrespectful because Bratt was asking for 6.
Yeah,
I would have given him 6.
Very reasonable 6, yeah.
Dude, I don't know what New Jersey's doing. Like they got Hughes locked up.
What the fuck do you pay? What do you pay a guy for? What do you pay a forward for?
They gave Palat more. Like, it's just crazy.
If a forward scores more than over a point per game and isn't a complete liability in their own end, you fucking pay them because they score for you. They're good players.
Got like
why
Kevin
would you
Fiala
want good
right
players
all
on your
over it.
team, though?
That is a great comparison, Dylan. It really is a
Because Fiala signed that 1-year deal after he could get the long-term deal, and the writing was just on the wall for an entire year, and then he got traded. That feels very much like what's going to happen with Jesper Bratt.
It's like you can never. It really is like a relationship. I can never please you. That's
If only they had an Alex to break it to please him. Oh no, that's a shame. Oh man, if only they had like a Matthew Tkachuk or a Johnny Gaudreau. Oh man, that's a shame. Oh man, if only they had a Kevin Fiala. Oh man, that's a shame. Oh, but it's okay, guys. They could have got Shane Wright. Oh man, that's a shame. Honestly, New Jersey gets stuck.
Hey,
like
you know what,
balls.
Dylan? Come
Dylan,
on now.
are
They got
you
Jack Campbell as a goalie.
Am I hinting that New Jersey had a bad offseason? No, Jimmy. Jimmy, no.
I'm sorry.
Guys, no, because it's fine. It's fine. They're going to get
misread.
Jack Campbell, right? They're going to get Jack Campbell. No, they got Vitek Vanacek? Oh, okay. Yeah. Great team they got going, though. Great. You know, Adam Wild was spitting 2 months ago. They're a shitter. They're such a shitter. Oh, my God. Like, I can't stand New Jersey. They're going to waste Jack Hughes. It's crazy.
I didn't know he said
He's
that.
going to come to Chicago.
Oh, dude, he's
with all
been
the other
roasting
teams.
New Jersey all offseason. And
Dude,
honestly,
he's
he
right.
was so right.
No, dude, I was gonna joke and say, Dylan, you know, any chance you didn't like New Jersey Devils fans over the offseason? Because that was probably my thing.
It's not even the fans. It's just the fact that like everyone thought that everything was going to happen for New Jersey and nothing happened. Shocker.
When Emily Kaplan was on our show live in Montreal, and she's like, "I think the New Jersey Devils are going to make some moves," and they did.
Well, they did.
Oh,
Make
I mean,
some
they
moves.
did.
They just
but not
weren't
the
big
or
moves.
big moves.
Vitek Vanacek, baby.
And Andre Palat
He
and
below.
Eric Hawa. Like,
That's
what the
right.
hell are you guys doing?
How do you trade Pavel Zacha and actually and they downgrade immensely? That's not easy to do.
Because he scores in the playoffs. Because they want to make the playoffs. Because apparently this is a playoff team. Also, they're paying Miles Wood like $3 million.
He played like 3 games this year.
Awesome.
We played
Dude,
Yeah,
no,
he had like
okay.
He had a big injury.
You can't pay Jesper Bratt $6 million, but you can give fucking Andre Palat in his 30s at 5 times 6.
because they're a playoff team and he scores in the
I hate
playoffs.
I hate this team. They deserve every bit of suffering. Holy
Who's
shit.
their GM?
Guys, but they have the best young defenseman in the league with Jonas Siegenthaler with that like 8-year contract.
I'm serious. No, he doesn't exist. New Jersey.
Oh, wait, no, I forgot, guys. Their biggest move. They traded for John Marino. My bad. They're fine. They're fine. They're fine.
You know what?
Best
Hey,
right side in hockey. Literally
No.
3
that
guys
really
who
frees up-
absolutely
that
make your
really frees
brain
up
melt
room
from the
for
eye
Simon
test.
Nemec. Don't worry. Don't worry.
No, I'm sorry. Trading Ty Smith is one of the dumbest fucking decisions made by any GM this offseason. That kid's going to be good. He's going to be real fucking good.
No, Jimmy, it's not even trading Ty Smith. It's trading for a guy who has like 5 years of term when you just drafted another right-handed defenseman.
Okay, but they don't have any other right-handed defenseman making term. They're
Oh,
good.
no, it's not like they got a guy making $9 million for the next 7 fucking years, or 6 years, whatever.
Like, come on.
And then they got Damon Severson still fucking sucking it up on the third pair. Like, dude, there's no room for Simon Nemec on this team going forward. That's why I'm so pissed at this team. It would be one thing if they were set up for, like, Nemec to come up next year or something.
Like how
They're
Anaheim
not.
had it set up.
There's no fucking room for this
set up
dude.
for
You're
that.
either putting Marino on the third pair or you're moving one of them to the left side. It's just, holy crap. It is just mind-numbing asset management. And that's coming from a team that has had the worst asset management of this offseason, arguably.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm sorry. New Jersey pisses me off. Like, it's crazy. Then the Jesper Bratt thing was like the icing on the cake because that guy deserved the contract that Andre Palat got. 100%. 72 points last year on a shitty without Jack Hughes for the second half of the year. It's just crazy.
I completely forgot he barely even had Hughes.
Dude, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, I remember seeing him in person. He's gross.
Anyways, it's working out fine for Luke Hughes to just walk and go to the Blackhawks. So
Honestly,
he's a college boy. I forgot.
He's an RFA next year. But like it's just like that's how you sour a player relationship right there. Like that's 100% how you do it. You spit in their face in a career year and say, you know what, we don't like. Not only don't we think you're good enough, we only think you're $800K better than Miles Wood in the arbitration meeting.
In my face.
Yeah.
It's just pathetic, dude. I'm sorry. Like, do you guys like for a team that has not had talent like that since Taylor Hall left? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Damn.
Pierce, stop.
The way that was put, I love that.
Dude, I have no sympathy for this fucking team. I'm sorry. They are like how people want. Like, you know what's funny? You know what's actually really funny? There are Blackhawk fans that want the Blackhawks to be run how the Devils are run right now. And for the love of God, I'm so glad they're not run like that right now.
Who even knows about the Devils or anything about them? The team, like literally, I don't know of anybody who knows them outside of.
That was like the only art case that I'm really heated about. Everything else has been pretty standard, I would say, for arbitration cases. But like, man, that Bratt one just did not sit with me. That is awful.
I'm gonna ask. It was $6 million.
We're literally
it's
just
so reasonable.
Like, biggest fans. We should all go to his house.
Dude, and like I'm not even like trying to dunk on the Devils, but it's just like you guys aren't
dunk
doing
on the
something
Devils. They're really bad at what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm like looking through all these arbitration cases, and I'm just like, I mean, they're all pretty like standard. I mean, Kyler Yamamoto getting 2 years is pretty good at the cap
really
he's
like
at.
that.
What's the other one knows? Oh, Lawson Krause getting a 5-year deal for basically just being Dominic Kubalik, but 6'4" is crazy. Like, have you seen his analytics sheet?
Canadian kid at that.
Pierce, have you seen his analytics sheet and like how he's literally Dominic Kubalik? Like, I made the joke that I was like, dude, Chris, this is how you play in EASHL, and this dude just got a 5-year contract off that. Think about that. All he does is just sit on the right circle and like fucking lift his stick up. Pass me the puck, bud. I'm gonna shoot it. Like, dude, and he got like 20 mil. Because it's Arizona and no one wants to fucking play for them and they have to hit the floor. Like, just such a – this league is the worst. This league is the worst. You're telling me Jesper Bratt can't get a 5-year deal, but Lawson fucking Krause can? Like, I
There's
can't
still
But he
stand
scored
that
40
goal.
goals in a year where everybody scored. In a year where he had a high shooting percentage.
Fuck, I forgot, man. Shit.
Yeah, dude.
And he's only 25, man. He's so young. He could still grow. Like,
he's a reclamation project. Get right.
Drafted
Dude, I
before
forgot he
Mikko
was a
Rantanen,
Florida-
by the way.
I forgot he was a Florida draft pick. Jesus Christ.
For
You
traded.
want to
for
know why
Jimmy
he went to
McGinn.
Arizona? He was part of Dave Bullen's salary cap.
Oh my God. Wasn't like Jamie McGinn in that deal, too?
Yes. Jamie McGinn,
Yeah.
the Florida Panther of all
He had
Florida
34
Panthers.
points, and you give him a 5-year deal. I mean, I can't even talk. It's like Nick Paul got like a 7-year deal this year. He has like, I don't even know how many career goals. It's not a lot,
Like
but
20, I think.
yeah, it's
Man.
not good.
It's crazy that Nick Paul didn't ever do anything in his career. He got paid so much money.
I don't mean to keep going on a tirade about the RFAs, but it's just like, holy crap. Some of these are just crazy.
It's more so just ragging on the teams that get like New Jersey and Arizona. Like
What are
probably
you
two
guys
of the
doing?
teams we've shit on the most. This
Arizona
offseason.
deserves shitting on. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. And so does New Jersey right now. And like Jimmy said, if Devils fans were in Jimmy's mentions the way he's talking about it, they deserve it. Because
Oh, they weren't in my mentions. I just mean that I saw them in everybody else's mentions. I saw them in mentions
Ooh.
everywhere. We're gonna get. It's always one kid that has like a Jesper Bratt or a Jack Hughes like wallpaper as their profile picture, and they're like, oh, he's gonna look great next to DeBrincat and Matt Tkachuk and Jonathan Huberdeau when he leaves next year. And it's like,
Swing, miss, swing, miss, swing, miss, swing.
fucking
Miss.
Javier Baez when he's cold, man. You're not hitting shit. And you think you're doing shit, you're not doing shit. And that's what New Jersey did this offseason. Everybody was talking about what they were going to do. They had the best offseason that never happened. That's what New Jersey.
You know what they are? They're the meme where it's like, I went 0 for 30 and not 0 for 2 because that means if I stop shooting, I would lose confidence.
Yeah, no. Wait till he puts it back on. Dylan Pierce just compared New Jersey to the 0-30 meme.
yeah. Pretty much.
Because that would have meant I stopped shooting. Oh,
I mean,
man.
I respect it from that standpoint of things.
Babe, explain it to me in memes. I got you.
Oh, I can do that in spades, baby.
All right. Anything else?
Oh yeah, did I mention that Arizona's gonna be playing in a college stadium still?
I love the NHL.
Every time I think about that and laugh at it just even more and more. That's why I'm like, oh, this league, man. I don't even know what to say. This is why this league,
Yeah.
and they deserve it. They're reaping what they sow.
Dude, this is why the NHL, dude. Ugh,
That's what the NHL needs us to run it. We're chock full of ideas.
Exactly.
Us
I tied my
young
shoes
gentlemen.
yesterday.
Sorry?
I tied my shoes yesterday.
I'm proud of you.
And then I caught a butterfly. And I looked at Gary Bettman and I said, fucking idiot. Let me have your job.
Honestly, real.
Kevin Scorcher signs his ELC.
Hell yeah.
Is he basically Victor Hedman already? Oh, yeah.
No, he isn't. He's better than Victor Hedman. God.
Yeah, so, I mean.
Is Victor Hedman from Canada? No, he's from Gross.
You're so
Social
right. That's why he's so
Sweden.
soft. That's why he's so soft.
Yeah.
Victor Hedman needs to beef up these pinko Swedes.
He needs to become bigger and better at his job. That's what he needs to do.
Exactly. Then he can get a fat contract like Kevin Korchinski.
Yeah.
Three big years. But I mean, let's talk about Kevin.
Kev Dog?
Kev Dog.
The Torture.
That's like what I think was Dylan said. Scorcher, baby. Scorcher. Or torture. But I have to say, I love that pick more and more every day. I mean, that is the definition of a pick that's growing on me. Yeah, I don't know, Pierce, you're the prospect guy. Say some things that
The prospect guy. Wow, you're putting a lot of pressure on me. No, like My stance on Korchinski is like main the same. I remember when me and Schmitty at the draft were like, I don't know about this, but then the whole draft unfolds. We got Frank Nazar too. We get Sam Renzel. They said exactly what they said. They're gonna get big puck moving defensemen. They're gonna get speedy, fast, skilled forwards, which they did. And Kevin Korchinski, like he's a big skating defenseman. He's mobile. He's a late June birthday, so like he has more runway than like say like Simon Nemec is a February 2004 birthday. David Jiricek is a late 2003. I think he's like a November or December 2003 birthday. So he was born pretty much like closer to a year after than these guys were. He just has so much more development or like so much runway in his development. He's probably going to take 2-3 years. He's probably going to play 2 years in Seattle, and then I would definitely keep him like at least half a year in Rockford, and that's when you give him the call up. And again, like excellent puck moving defenseman. He's great in transition, moving the puck out of the zone. He's great at playing defense in transition as well. He's definitely still got some things to work on. Like he has brain farts every now and then, and like he has to work on his defense and beef up. Like Will Scout said this. Jake Gardner, like,
oh God, don't say that. Why would you say that?
No. Well, why Jake Gardner? Why is that such a?
Why is that a problem, Jimmy?
Yeah.
It's almost like you're a fan of a team that had Jake Gardner. That couldn't be right.
No.
But like Jake Gardner, he's gonna be better than Jake Gardner. I think. Like Jake Gardner's had 50 points. Like Kevin Korchinski, I think can hit 50, even.
I see him somewhere. I see him as a Jake Gardner that doesn't make plays so bad that you want to rip your hair out. That's what I see. I think you know what? Jake Gardner is a very how do I say this? Jake Gardner is a very radical example.
Give him, that's the big thing. Give him the time. Let him play in Seattle. He's going to be on a damn good Seattle team next year. Like Brad Lambert's probably going to go play there in Seattle. Reed Schaefer is still there. He got picked in the first round. Jordan Gustafson, he got picked, I think, in the third round. Like they got players. They went to the final last year, lost to Edmonton. They like there's a reality where they go on another deep run again. And Kevin Korchinski is getting all those big minutes. He really got better as the year went on. And if he takes a big step this year, like I still don't think they should rush him, but like we could potentially talk about him like making the team as soon as next year. But that being said, take your time, do not rush them, which looks like they're going to do that. And I think it'll be fine. Like I
don't want to see him in the league. I don't want to see him in the big club for at least 2 years.
No, that's what I said. 2 years in the WHL in Seattle, maybe like half a year in Rockford, and then you make your way up.
I like that idea. I like where you think.
And the thought of Luke Richardson working with Kevin Korchinski, yes, please.
Because, ooh, baby, yeah.
Like your coach and your GM have to be on the same page, and that's why Kyle Davidson hired Luke Richardson. Like they have the same philosophies. They want big puck moving defensemen. That's what Kevin Korchinski is, and I think that Luke Richardson can help him play to his strengths.
Mm-hmm. No, Pierce,
I'm also excited to see him in the preseason. I'm assuming they're going to give him a game or two before they have the
definitely
Seattle. Yeah. So that'll be fun.
Like obviously the top two defensemen in this class are Jiricek and Nemec, but like there's a reality where he could potentially come out as the best defenseman just because I don't think Nemec and Jiricek quite have like that dynamic wow ability that Korchinski might have. So
yeah,
but again, like I don't want to put crazy expectation. Like this guy was already traded for the pick that like for Alex DeBrincat, but for everything I've seen so far, like he got better as the year gone on. All you can do is just hope that he takes the next step. And honestly, I think he will. Like we saw, like Nolan Allen took a step this year. Are you telling me Kevin Korchinski can't take a step this year? You know, like
exactly. You're telling me Kevin Korchinski is better than Nolan Allen? Excuse me. Watch your language.
Wait, what?
Are you saying that Kevin Korchinski is better than Nolan Allen? Are you even hinting towards?
No way, bro.
Pierce.
I know it's a little radical, but you know.
I know that we're getting back to the podcast and we're all rusty, but like some opinions don't need to be shared.
Keep it to yourself.
if you got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Oh boy, my junior high principal said that. I'm like that brought back some unwanted memories. You unintentionally triggered.
I'm
my
so
PTSD.
sorry.
Pierce was a troublemaker. Being a potty
Yeah, I
mouth.
was gonna say. I think you had some jet black hair back in the day, Pierce. Holy shit! Maybe some red hair. You one of those kids, just causing.
I had blue hair.
Oh, so you were a nice guy. You were nice.
Yeah.
Kids with red or green hair, when they're in that phase, that means they're going to at least murder 2 kids at the playground. It is a menace on feet and shoes.
Definitely didn't have those colors of hair, but you know.
Oh no.
But yeah, like back to the topic. Like Ethan Del Mastro was a 4th round pick. Like he's on Team Canada right now, like the World Junior team. Like that's not nothing. We saw the progress that these guys made. Now think of a defenseman that actually has like a lot of high offensive upside. If he can have that similar step, things are gonna go well. Anyways, that's it on Kevin Korchinski. We're gonna be talking about him a lot for the I hope
now that you mention it, Pierce,
10-15 years.
They've been doing quite well with their defensemen last few years, I'd say, when it comes to drafting. But I'd say even more so development. It's been interesting.
I mean, they got Wyatt Kaiser. He's on the U.S. World Junior team. They have, again, Nolan Allen, like Ethan Del Mastro. Like, as much as we shit on he shall not be named, like, probably could have done worse. But anyways.
Could have done worse. Let's put it that way.
But yeah. That's really all I have to say on him. Like, good for him. onto the World Juniors, kind of to segue into that topic. Just from like a pure like attendance standpoint, it's not good. One, it's hockey in August. Also, I think that whole Hockey Canada thing has a lot to do with it. Like I think the Canada Latvia game didn't even have like 1,000 people from what I saw.
Really?
Yeah.
See, okay, I haven't been paying attention. Are they playing in Canada?
Yeah, it's in Edmonton.
Oh, fuck that. That's rough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think the game, like the attendances have been like in the hundreds. Like I don't think I've seen the thousands yet, which is it's obviously gonna go up, but like, oof.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
And part of me is glad because that means less money in Hockey Canada's pocket, and yeah,
we like that.
We do like that. The Blackhawks do have 5 players there, and they potentially could have had like 6, but Frank Nazar did not make the U.S. team, which it sucks, but it's not here. He has to make that 2023 team that's coming up, and if he doesn't, then
I need to remind Blackhawks fans of something. Alex DeBrincat never played World Junior Championship hockey.
Yeah,
he didn't play WJC hockey, and he's pretty good. So there's a young, speedy, skilled American player that you can refer back to. That, like we said before, World Juniors, not the end all.
It's like from a player standpoint, it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like I was talking with this on with Jacob on the prospect show. Like for everything to line up for you to be on a World Junior team, it's crazy because there's only like this 3-year window. I think the only player I can think of like playing on a non-team like Austria, like someone like Marco Rossi or Marco Kasper is obviously going to play on Austria all 3 years because like it's not a great hockey country. Like they need players. You're going to bring them in at 16, 17. But like Team Canada, like the US, like the bigger like hockey powers, like if you're a player, like to play once is rare. Like rarely do players play 3 times. Like the only one I can think of with Canada is Ryan Ellis. I think he was good enough to play in his draft year, but also not good enough to be in the NHL and still play in the World Juniors. Like it's weird, but for these guys, it's like it's a once in a lifetime opportunity for them to play in the World Juniors. But I just don't know if there's like the pizzazz with this tournament that there is with like even the one coming up. Like the next one is going to be I think in Halifax and Moncton, and like whenever they have them in those smaller arenas, like it's crazy. Like I honestly like that better than them doing it in Edmonton. Like we already see players like Yuri Slakowski, he's not going to the World Juniors. Like he's focusing up on the like the upcoming season, making the NHL. Like same with Simon Nemec.
Shane Wright.
Yeah, Shane Wright as well. Like Drew Cameso didn't want to play for the US team. He's focused on Boston University and really that only because like I heard an interview with him. He's like, "Oh, I'm focused with Boston University right now." Like that's all he's focused on. But I respect that. Like for a lot of these guys, like at least training camp and all that starts in a month. So you gotta focus on that.
And that's why they don't put it in August, folks. It's probably
Yeah,
why.
but money. But I don't even think they're making it.
Yeah, money with like the 20 fans that are there right now. Good for them. Fucking deserved it.
Looks good on you.
Looks good on you, as they say. Yeah, I really don't have anything to say. The World Juniors, again, Ethan Del Mastro is on the Canadian team. Good for him. Victor Stromberg, who was a fourth round pick last year, he's on the Swedish team. And then there's 3 Americans: Landon Slaggert, who was an alternate captain; Dominic James, who was the 6th round pick of the Blackhawks this year;
Love that.
and Wyatt Kaiser.
Dominic James just seems like a menace. I love that guy. Seems like
he's a quick guy. Yeah. That's what they went for in their drafting. So.
Guy's named James who can skate. I want that guy on my team.
I don't know. I prefer Dominic Jimmy, but
oh, me too. I would too.
Or Slippin' Jimmy.
Or Pierce Stevenson on the Vegas Golden Knights, you know. When Pierce Stevenson and Dominic Jimmy meet each other, it's gonna be wild.
He will never be on Vegas Golden Knights.
And then Brendan Dillon and Nate Schmidt become a person, and then Dylan Schmidt shows up. Dude, what?
I'll still never forget that. It's like Dylan Schmidt fixes the Winnipeg Jets defense from like the NHL up. I'm like, wow,
so stupid.
Real.
Have a shovel day off moment.
Just like I was writing down the lines in the notes. I'm like looking down at the notes pull up, and I just like see words appearing in a note. I'm like, whoa, what's happening?
I'm looking at Schmidt's lines and agreeing.
I thought I was on my own page. Shit,
no,
No,
dude,
I'm
just seeing names appear out of nowhere. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Schmidt,
I'm listening. I'm just trying to prepare for the next segment.
No, I mean honestly, I'll pop on my own note, but I'm pretty. Those are pretty based answers there, buddy. Pretty based. I'd say it's pretty based answers.
There we go.
So this is where we get into the fun stuff. So we talked about pretty much everything that we needed to. So we thought, again, like we're doing a Twitter questions at the end of the show. We thought, like, why don't we do our top 10 Blackhawks prospects and then try to project the lines? And I completely forgot we were doing them. So I'm going to do this off the dome, as they say.
Oh, okay, Kanye.
Blonde hair don't let me down.
That was not.
Can Kanye say that, though?
He said off the grid, dude. I misquoted. Just don't talk about it.
No, let's talk. That's all we're going to talk about now.
Shut up.
Shut up. Okay. Everyone say their number 1 Blackhawks prospects and 3. The number 1 prospect in 3, 2, 1. Frank
Korchinski.
So fucking real, Jimmy. So real of you to say.
Not Nicholas Beaudin, Jimmy. Hey?
Fuck off. I will stick to my Philip Khrushchev guns until the day I die. Nicholas Beaudin is a bust. Like, that's just a given at this point. I'm not even gonna try. But I will stand by Philip's side. All right. Let's see.
Why were you a fan of Nicholas Beaudin?
No. We don't talk about that. Anyways, Pierce, what are your top Blackhawks prospects?
Number 1, I have Frank Nazar at number 1 because
he's really good.
I just see a guy with so much speed, so much skill, so much creativity to make plays within like the snap of a finger. And like there's a difference between going at 100 miles per hour, going super fast. You've got to be able to switch gears, throw defenders off. Frank Nazar does just that. I think he has all the skills, and best things happen. I really do believe this is why I had him so high. I think he could become a number 1 center.
Listen, I vision better than as good as anybody in the last 3 drafts or so. I don't quote me on that obviously, but like, dude, you watch his highlights, some of the passes that kid can make. Like that I don't think enough fans realize how hard it is to do everything that a player does on the ice. Like the speed of it, like you said, Pierce. I think you nailed that perfectly. because it's not only you can sit down and play your fucking shell and you can push your buttons when you have to make the move.
With gamer.
These guys are speeding down the ice, having like when you say you're even at a 2-on-1, you're having to check that the defenseman isn't back all the way to where he's gotten to you. You have to decide whether you're going to shoot or pass, and decide between that. You have to make that decision during that, constantly changing it back and forth.
There are a
That's
lot of
just
variables
2-on-1
in the sport of hockey.
Look at the shit he does on the wall. This kid goes to the wall. He checks the play. He'll get the puck and just throw it to the area. He'll throw it to the player blindly, and it tape to tape, perfect. And obviously, it doesn't work out every time. When it doesn't, it's not, it's not pretty. But the fact that he does it at all and he does it as often as he does, like, I don't think people talk about that enough with Frank Nazar. I think there's so much talk about the size, and I feel like that's still just why the fuck is that happening in 2022? It's ridiculous. Like, one of the best players in the AHL, like, is Braden Point. Nikita Kucherov's up there. Patrick Kane's been doing stuff for forever. Like, let's pump the brakes. Frank Nazar is a fucking stud.
Again, like,
I'm just gonna say I agree. Pierce, number one prospect, far and away.
Like I just felt like if he was a perimeter player, like I would have an issue with that. But like he gets to the middle like more often than not. Like he's really good at creating high danger chances. I just feel obviously like he's gonna he's gonna take time. Like he's gonna have to take time to put on more muscle, all that stuff. Like how many players can you not say that for? Like that,
exactly.
That young.
Lucas Reichel just put on 15 pounds. This offseason. Went from 107 to 185. Or 170. You did not go from 107 to 185. I promise. I promise. Wow. Lucas Reichel didn't gain a whole baby, a whole child.
He was literally a pretzel stick and just morphed into a human being. That's what happened.
It's like the Garfield thing where he shrinks, but it's just like him buffing, just buffing up.
Well, yeah, like.
Sorry, that's so stupid.
Like. Here's the thing, like it's so like say what you will about how we got the draft picks, but like finally when's the last time we've actually had like more than two good prospects where it's like maybe this guy isn't number one because this guy might be better,
The Kirby Doc for Nazar is one of the best re-ups, like one of the best. I don't know how to put it. It is a re-up. I
really wanted Kirby Doc to work out in Chicago. I think all three of us, like this whole podcast, were like the last like line of defense of like defending Kirby Doc, but like if you're gonna switch a player for him, let it be Frank Nazar. Like that's a pretty tidy piece of business.
Kirby Doc's the first top 3 pick I ever got to see the Blackhawks pick, like on TV in front of me. Like, he's gonna have I'm always gonna root for Kirby. Like that guy's.
Oh yeah, I hope he succeeds in and I really think he's going to. Like
I think, dude, look at what he just did with Cole Caulfield.
Dude, there's too much talent there for him to not succeed.
Exactly.
At the very least, be like an everyday, like middle six NHL player. Like he's not going to be out of the NHL.
Yeah.
My big thing with Doc is it's between the ears, so
it always has been. Like
he needs to get it. Like I'm not even trying to be a dick. He just needs to get it together because that dude's getting to the Nylander territory of having too much skill to fucking waste every night on the ice. Because there were so many nights where you didn't even see Doc. And for a guy with that skill set, you should at least notice him a couple times.
Like he just has so many.
He's not physical for his size either. So like that's
physical enough at least.
And what did I say till the cows came home? And I will say this with Nazar if he's a center and Reichel if he's a center. If you can't win a fucking draw, you should not be a center. Because I'm so tired of like not being able to teach these kids how to win draws. It's unbelievable. Like there's got to be. It's coming down to development at this point. I guess it's not because Strome figured it out eventually. So like,
Yannick Perreault works with people or he doesn't. It's you're either a god on face-offs or you're not. You're just really shit. That's what it seems.
Or at least get it to a point where you're not getting smacked. Like if you can get it
below 35%.
Yeah, like if you can get to 45.
He had the worst.
Like face-offs are just crapshoots anyways. But like if you're winning barely, not even a third of your face-offs, no.
I'm pretty sure that he had like the worst face-off percentage, like in the
definitely
modern.
Right at the bottom. That's for sure.
I'm pretty sure he had the bottom. Like he was the worst. John Deeds something like that last year about he was like it was a good chunk into the year, and he said that his numbers this year, and it might have been over his career, were like it was either the beginning of the season or his short career, worst percentage in the modern era. It's not good.
Not great.
Not good. Yeah. So, shit. Good luck to Doc. I mean, seriously, it's It kind of sucks it didn't work out, man. Like I really would have loved to see it work out, but listen, like I said, I think that's that I know we rag on Kyle Davidson for his asset management and very deservingly so in a lot of times, but I think that was just perfect. You take the last guy went way too high on this guy, and you go, okay, let's flip him. Let's get our next big project. And he drafts exactly what this
And
team.
let's actually give him time to develop. What a concept.
It is. They're doing exactly what the Hawks should have done back then. Is they should have picked a guy full of skill that should have picked where he was picked.
We're being honest, Kirby Doc. He probably should have spent at least another year in Saskatchewan.
No, he should have spent 2 years. I think 2 at least. He was a project, and he never got to be worked on.
Because Trevor Zegras, when the same draft, this was his first full season. Same with Moritz Seider. This should have been his first full season.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you got a GM that's knee jerky as fuck. So
yep,
have fun. Whatever. Don't talk about Doc. Let's talk about the second prospect.
All dust in the wind now.
So you have Kevin Korchinski number 1, Schmidt, or do you have Frank Nazar?
Yeah, I have Korchinski number 1.
I respect that. So again, it's nice to have freaking more than one prospect that you're not rushing to the NHL right away.
Yeah, I have him at 1 just strictly because almost every prospect thing I've looked at has ranked him number 1. So I'm going to trust the people who do this for a living's opinion, not mine. I mean, he's just got every skill set you would want in a modern day defenseman. So if he could pan out, and from every projection thing I've seen, it says he's going to pan out or at least be a player. So that's
at least a second pairing defenseman. If you get an everyday second pairing defenseman, 7th, you could do a lot worse than that. You really can.
Yep. And I mean, I have Nazar too, so it's just they're flipped.
I feel they're interchangeable, definitely. Again, nice to have more than one good prospect.
Exactly. But then after that, I got Reichel at 3.
Yeah, I have Reichel at 3 as well. I don't think he has. I think there's a little bit of a drop, not that big of a drop, but Lucas Reichel, I don't see him being a top line forward, but there's just so much versatility there. He plays with speed, he can play winger, center. He's a great playmaker. There's just so many aspects to his game that he's going to be a solid top 6 guy.
He reminds me a lot of Willie Nee. Just I don't think he'll be as productive point wise, but I really like the possession is really what gets me. I really like his entry. His entries are fucking insane. Have you seen the tape of him in Europe?
Yeah, that's the thing. He's so we talked about with Frank Nazar. He's so quick and he's able to handle the puck at that high of pace. That's such a big aspect.
Split-second decisions, and he makes the right ones. That's what it comes down to. Hockey does come down to split-second decisions, and if you can do it at that speed and make the right ones, then right away you've got my attention. Lucas Reichel and Frank Nazar both do that.
Yeah. Also, Reichel was out producing guys like Alex Holtz in the AHL last year.
I'm not gonna lie.
That gives you promise.
Hey, what team is he with? I wonder.
Hey, I won't lie, Pierce. I do disagree. I think he could be a top line winger for sure. I really do.
Well, he could definitely play on the top line. I just don't see him being a superstar. Point.
No. I do see him. I see him as a 50, 60 year in year out, but I do think he could get a 70 in his prime.
That seems fair. 20 goals, 40 assists for Luke.
Actually, that does seem perfectly fair. That actually seems perfectly fair. I'm not gonna lie.
Speaking of which, number 4, I have Dylan Sekiro. Let's go. He's back
in the team. Yeah, you're right. Who will totally be on the day 1 roster? I can't believe that.
Here's where it gets interesting. Who do we all have at number 4? I
got Comesso.
Comesso, number 5, by the way, Kaiser. Just putting that on there really quick.
I have Sam Rinzel at number 4 just because I think there's a ton of upside there.
He's quirky. You're so
an
quirky.
Incredibly raw project. He's going to take the full 4 years probably, and he still has to play another year. Sorry,
he's a fucking junior.
Yeah, he still has to play another year of USHL before he even goes to the University of Minnesota.
Yeah, no,
he's going to take a while.
Yeah,
but I think it's going to pay off because he's 6'4". He can skate. Again, it's it's pretty much like Korchinski. Probably not the flash that there is, but all the tools. So you just got to put it all together. Give him the time. It's the biggest thing with all these players, give them the time that they need.
Oh, this
More
person,
often than
like,
not, get a decent
Also,
player.
I think we're gonna go off of a different route towards of how we ranked our prospects. Because I'm gonna be honest, after this point, I just ranked off of like who I think is closest to NHL ready.
I'm
That's
literally
kind of
just
what
going
I'm.
off the dome right now.
Yeah.
Like I didn't prepare a list, but I mean, like, also it's nice to hear what you guys say about it. And like again, like just to talk about the prospects in general.
Yeah, I have Comesso at 4 strictly because I've heard many prospect pages are still extremely high
Paul
on him.
Wheeler, I think, had him ranked like within his top 10 goal. I think he was like at 6 or 7.
I've seen him in the top 10 list for a couple top 10 lists for goalies, and he's not like obviously like top 3, but he's like
No.
4, 5, 6, which is a good range for a prospect goalie to be in
Dude,
right now.
Like he's not going to be like Andrei Vasilevsky, but the goalie that we had for 10 years, Corey Crawford, he was always consistent. He always needed to make the big saves. If he can even get close to that, like that's a fine draft pick. That's a good
Also,
goalie.
reminder: this is the Camiso was picked with the second round pick that we got in the Leonard trade. So I for some reason that stuck in my brain. I'm like, okay, maybe it wasn't all for nothing. You know,
They did.
maybe this
Of course, they
actually.
took a goalie with the pick they traded a goalie for. That's so.
Oh, I
fucking
know.
hockey. That's so hockey, man. I hate that.
It really is. It really is very, very.
Do we
hot.
still consider Ian Mitchell a prospect? Yay or
Yeah,
no?
I do.
I say I would too, because he played what 30-something games in the shortened season.
He's
Like,
a prospect, but he's a
Yeah.
prospect that's bad. So
He's about to graduate this year, though.
yeah, he's gonna be on the team. He really took a big step in Rockford last year. Like,
he did.
He has every right to have that 3 right D spot going into camp. If he
and
can
a
earn
power
it.
play, at least a second power play.
Second power play, 100%.
Yeah.
He and Caleb Jones should be on the second power play this year.
Oh
But,
yeah. Oh boy, Caleb.
the thing with Mitchell for me is he needs to earn that spot. And last year he couldn't earn it, and he had trouble earning it the year before. He did look great in Rockford last year, so that might help. He might have that confidence. But like,
And that's like
he's got to beat out like a Riley
Yeah.
Stillman. That's going to be tough for him to do. I think that's going to be tougher than people think. I at least think.
No, yeah, and Luke Richardson.
Hockey,
And I
it's
like
always
this.
a tough way to push a veteran out of a place.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I just
Caleb
played
Jones
more
earned a
than-
spot on the roster. So like,
Dude, he's got the double whammy. Riley Stillman has played a few years, is not good, and also is related to an NHL vet. So
and if I'm being honest, the guy I have ranked at number 5 on my list is the reason why I don't think he's going to be on the top 6 this year. Because I have Alex Vlasic at 5 because I think just strictly based off of the way he played in a top 4 role in the final 15 games of last year, he's proven that he could at least be a player next year in the league. That doesn't mean he's going to be great. I'm not saying he's going to be top 4 potential.
No,
But
this
that's a
is
guy who proved he could at
long-ass
least hang and play with
process.
Seth Jones
Yeah.
if needed.
Mhm.
So like, and that's a guy who's got size. He could skate a little. Like,
He's
That's-
shown like some glimpses of like offensive game. Like he scored.
no,
a goal.
he's got
There's something
an
there.
offensive touch
Yeah.
to him. People forget that. I don't
No,
think
like-
Alex Vlasic's going to be anything really, but for his tools, he's much better offensively than people realize.
yeah. Like, obviously, like, I'm going to be honest. Like, my ranks, like, 5 through 7 or 4. No, 5 through 8. Like, it's basically just, like, a bunch of defensemen. Because, like, Vlasic,
Yeah, a
Renzel,
lot of
Mitchell,
them.
Regula, like, they're all kind of ranked in the same spot for me right now. I'm putting Renzel at the lowest point of all of those guys right now just because Renzel is so raw. I don't know what he is. I genuinely
he is
have no
raw,
clue
dude. He's
what
fucking
he is.
sick.
He's fucking raw. No, I literally just put him at number 4 for the sake of potential. Like,
Yeah, I'm just going off of guys I've seen film off of. So it's like, and like these guys have played NHL games, and I think they could potentially play like I don't think Regula plays the full year in the NHL, but he's a guy who's probably going to get
He's
like
gonna
30
get
games
time,
next year.
definitely.
Yeah.
I liked Regula quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, Regula I loved a lot, but like that's like that way, like so y'all can say your rankings because that's like my next 4 is just all defensemen. So like that's.
I'd have to put Mitchell at 4 too. Yeah, like Camiso at 4. Sorry, Camiso is like after the top 3. It's Camiso.
I probably have Comesso at 5.
And then I feel like Mitchell, I'd just be wrong if I didn't put him at 5. He did take that huge step. A guy that I really like that I thought took a huge step was Mike Hardman. I don't know why, but I really like his game. I think he's much more versatile than people realize. I don't know. I think he might get a look next year. He produced really well, especially near the second half of the year. So I don't know.
Hardman's definitely going to be a guy who gets Hardman and Entwistle are in that same like once we go over our
And
lines in a
Priest,
little bit. Yeah, they're all kind of in that same class where it's like the second an injury happens, those are the guys that are going to go in the lineup next year. Like without it, like that's why they signed those extensions one off season ago. They kind of had like the Radish Kachuk extensions.
$800,000. Like that's pretty.
They're making more than Radish and Kachuk. That's so crazy. But like
that is pretty crazy. Oh man, that's tough.
Yeah, but. Yeah, like I on it like my last two rankings, I had I put Slaggert at 9 because I think Slaggert's actually like really developed well the last couple years.
If you want a potential replacement, it's like that's
he got compared to Sorelli on the broadcast last night. You heard that? Like, he got comparisons to Sorelli on the World Juniors broadcast last night. He's got a leadership role on most of these U.S. teams that he plays for.
Captain,
and it's not the first time he's worn an A for the U.S. He's done it before.
Here's who was it you said as a replacement for?
Hagel.
Potential Hagel replacement. Like I don't know if he has the speed.
Well, the guy at 10 has the speed because Lewinsky's my final guy. So
Lewinsky. I remember he compared himself to young Gord.
No, he should have gotten drafted off the name alone. That's great. All right, guys.
Way to go, Paul.
He went at 39. That's pretty high. Ryan Green too, like that's another guy that's in there.
Ryan Green's a fan. No, hold up.
I don't know much about Ryan Green.
No.
He's kind of the same thing
as Lewinsky.
He's right outside my top 5. Now that I actually fucking remember him. No, Pierce. Once I looked up his highlights, like you had mentioned, holy hell, that kid's got skill. That kid is dirty. I can't wait to see him in training.
Guess where he's from? He's from Newfoundland.
No.
Yeah. And he's going to Boston University.
That's unfortunate.
Some players that I don't think we brought up or didn't really go into great like Isaac Phillips is another guy. Like they just have so many defensemen that are kind of in that same boat where it's like they're really not going to be a top 4 guy, but they can play NHL games and hold their own. And you got to think with all those guys, one of them has got to pan out, which I think will happen.
That's why, like with my rankings, it's not like the upside guys. It's more just guys that I think are going to actually be NHL players and play NHL games within the next couple of years. Mainly in particular the defensemen and like Reichel and Slaggert. I think like those guys in the next 2 years are probably going to be on the roster one way or another, whether it's Rockford or Chicago.
They're going to be in the organization.
Yeah, but like guys like Korchinski, Nazar, Rinzel, Ludwinski, they're not coming for a couple of years. So just take your time with them.
Away.
Especially Rinzel. Like I didn't even want to put Rinzel on the list just because he's so far down the line. You know what I mean? Like
so raw too. Like,
dude, he's a junior in high school. Like think about that.
That's why I
he's 16 or like 17. He's young.
I'm fine with the pick. I actually really like the pick in that sense because you basically just got a freebie and you just took this project. You're like, okay, well, he's young. He's young as hell. He might turn into something really good.
Like he's 18 now, but like he's a late June birthday again, like Korchinski is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he was born in like January or even like a late 2003 birthday. Like he's June 2004. And at least at this point in time, that does make a bit of quite a big difference, I'd say. It's like 2018, like Quinn Hughes, like I think he was an October 99 birthday, and then Adam Boakfist was like an August 2000 birthday. Like that's basically a year apart.
Yeah,
like Quinn Hughes was playing in university, and like Boakfist was playing in Sweden, but he was playing in the junior leagues. Like there's definitely differences there.
There are levels to this shit.
Yeah, like I didn't really put much of a list together, but like again, like just mainly talking about the prospects. That's kind of what I wanted to do with that.
Like you said, there's so much to talk about now.
There'll be definitely players to track going forward. That should be what it's like. That should be what's you take from this conversation is that there are at least a decent amount of prospects, whether they're top end or not, that are gonna potentially make an impact going forward. At least
we will find out.
We shall see.
We shall see. Projecting the Blackhawks lines for next season.
Get excited, Hawks Nation.
Colin Blackwell first line. Let's go. Yes, sir. Get excited, Hawks Nation. I say get excited, Hawks Nation. Colin Blackwell first line.
I was going to say, did you actually have him on your first line?
No, I should though. I really should. I should just go
Your
all
boy.
in with the Colin. Yeah, with my boy Colin Blackwell. I celebrated on the stream that we got him. That was fun. That's how you know how bad this franchise is when you're celebrating a Colin Blackwell signing. Anyways,
Maple Leafs legend. How can we make this about the Leafs? Okay, sorry.
Why did he play with the Leafs? How come he didn't stay there then? What happened?
He doesn't want to be with a losing. Fuck you. Okay, I know. I know what you're trying to do, and it's not nice. Anyways,
turn the knife. That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, for the
twist.
All right, who want to start? Boys?
I don't have any lines yet, so someone else go.
I will start since I think I'm the only one that has my lines ready.
Yeah.
Whatever you're done spinning, I've got lines.
Oh, okay, good. But my lines basically are trying to get as much depth as you can get out of just a little lineup. Top line, I feel like they're going to go old school with Taves. They're just going to put him with about as much, not speed, but like his play style that you can. So Tyler Johnson, I think, is going to be glued to Taves next year. He might play center, but I think they got enough center options to put him on the wing with Athanasiou and Taves. I think that could be an interesting line. I think if Lucas Reichel is playing in the NHL, he needs to be playing with Patrick Kane until you trade him. That's just the way it is. You glue him to Taves or Kane, or both, preferably.
Crazy glue him. Super glue.
Don't let him leave their site because you need to make sure he develops. So I have him with Domi and Kane as of right now. I think that could be an interesting line. I think Domi and Kane could actually have really good chemistry together with Domi's play style. Third line, they were doing this towards the end of the year, so I know they like this line. Kurashev, Lafferty, and Radish. That's a line. Like, obviously, Derek King's still on the staff, so he might have some say in that. That line actually had some offensive production too towards the end of the year, so I wouldn't mind seeing that one. Shitty third line, but it's the Blackhawks.
They play hard.
Yeah, they do. And then the fourth line's like 5 guys, just because I don't know who's going to be in there. Right? But I have Kachuk, Blackwell, and Kara right now. You could swap Kara for Reese Johnson or Entwistle. I don't know. But I think Kachuk probably maybe plays himself out of the lineup potentially because he was basically a fourth liner the whole time in the final stint. So I could see him getting outplayed by like Reese Johnson and Johnson taking a spot, or like a Mackenzie Entwistle. And they take that spot, and the fourth line maybe gets a little younger.
Dude, I take his spot. Oh, it's gonna be crazy.
Right, bro? Like the speed. Steve Conroy's gonna shit a brick.
Stop. Steve Conroy's gonna come back into the organization. That's how. Get excited, Hawks.
Hey guys, you may not know my voice, but I'm actually riveted right now to be here in the PJ's cast. It's a great play here by Andrew Saad.
Oh God.
Oh, did you Schmitty, did you D lines or did you
I did.
Completely miss them? I feel like I did.
No, I did. So the line, I like the top 4 that they were running towards the end of last year with Vlasic, Jones, McCade, Murphy. Vlasic's like / Stillman right now because I think Stillman's gonna probably take a top 4 role just out of necessity.
Yeah.
But and then my third pairing is Jones and Mitchell. I feel like you could just really get creative with the third pair and make it. That could be a pair you could give specific zone starts and offensive zone starts, and like Pierce said, they should definitely be on the power play. So that should be. There's ways to get those two to have some offensive upside at the NHL level, and I think if you put them together, it could work out really well. And then the goalies, they're Tweedledee and Tweedledum. So all right.
Let's
Anyways.
go on goalie now.
Don't make fun of Peter Mrazek. What?
No, but like at least Alex Stalock's a good story. So.
Oh.
Okay, I got all the lines done while you were doing that.
You want a cookie?
I'm very proud of myself. I would like a cookie. Thank you very much for the offer.
Word.
Hey, Pierce, you mind if I whip mine out?
Yo, do it right now on the show on the camera.
Oh, I know my lines, but
Hey,
so
yo.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
I mean,
so
go with your lines, I guess.
Okay. So my mindset is that Luke Richardson here, Dylan. I do like that. I like the Radish, Kurashev, Lafferty line, but I do feel like I have a gut feeling that Kurashev is going to be a player that Luke Richardson likes. He might be one of his Swiss Army knife kind of players. I see him like Kurashev's played with Taves before. I just see that kind of being a guy who gets top line minutes. They try him out with different guys. I think he fits Taves' style and his pace pretty well. And I think Domi is perfect there just because, yeah, he would work with Kane pretty well, but he doesn't seem to have the wheels he used to, Domi. And I just feel that he and Taves, that's just a pain in the ass to play against. Taves, he's got a whole off season off again to just rest up a bit more. He's back. He should be more informed. I mean, theoretically, he should be in better shape. So I just think that's a tough line to play against. Second line is just kind of balls to the walls. Athanasiou, Reichel, Kane. I think Davidson and Richardson both like their speed. That's as good as you get. Kane obviously not the fastest player anymore, but we all know one of the best transition players, if not the best transition player in the NHL. And you're transitioning the puck to one of the fastest skaters in the NHL. And you've got Reichel, a great playmaker in between them. I just think that there could be so many good outcomes with that line. I also have to say, Athanasiou, let me pull this up. I know this is me looking too much into it, but Athanasiou scored at a pretty fucking good rate last year. I feel like that isn't talked about enough. He had last year 11 goals, 28 games. 11 goals, 28 games. I want that guy next to Patrick Kane. Bottom six, I just put Dylan Sakura.
Let's go!
Let's fucking go.
Put him 20 goals, 40 assists. Get excited, Hawks Nation. Yes, sir.
I just think he Johnson and Radish, similar to the top line. I think it's energy. Radish, Sakura, Johnson. It's just an energy line. I think those two.
In a line that's going to get at least 20 goals, 46 for 60 points.
Maybe together, maybe not. We will see.
They won't get that together.
We know.
Let's make up. No, I'm just kidding.
Bottom line, I really like Kara. Hopefully back and in good shape. So I have Kara, Lafferty. I think, like you said, Dylan, it's just getting the most out of the depth that you got. I think Lafferty is your fourth line center. It's your best case scenario is that he's not playing anything above that. And then, of course, Blackwell on the right.
Are you saying you don't think Sam Lafferty is better than a fourth line center? How dare you?
I'm so sorry, Pierce. Oh, God, please don't take away my network.
On the show.
Please don't take away my spot on
You know what? You don't get to read a DraftKings ad now.
Oh, no.
That's it, mister.
Oh, no. What's the fucking, the smudge?
Oh,
no. Woo. My top four on defense is actually the exact same as Dylan's. I think Vlasic Jones, just keep trying it. That looked really nice at the end. Why not? Write it out.
Why not?
Theoretically, McCabe.
Why not?
Great shutdown pair. Just gotta hope McCabe actually finds his feet again, literally and figuratively.
McCabe was fine last year offensively. Just defensively, he had some brain farts.
Oh, no, that's what I mean. Finding his feet in his own zone, I should clarify, because that was the issue. And bottom pairing, at the bottom, it just kind of becomes a little like there's so many ways it could go. I know Caleb's probably, I would assume he's in the team, and he's there consistently. But Mitchell, Regula, Stillman, I think you could just, those four defensemen, you could just make any bottom pairing you want to. So those two, at that point, I'm just like, I'm not really sure what to put there because there's just so much to be up, just so much up in the air with that. That I think is going to be maybe one of the more interesting stories in camp, because there are so many defensive prospects, and you got Regula and Mitchell are like ready to go, but Stillman still got that roster spot. Caleb looked really good last year. Dylan and I got to see him have that fucking snipe against Vegas.
Let's go. What a pass by Jack Eichel.
Yeah, what a pass by Jack Eichel.
I remember that.
That playoff impact, yeah. No, I really I think Caleb should have a spot. That should be like just gift wrapped for him as long as he doesn't fuck it up in camp. So I think he's for sure, but that sixth spot I think is just up for anybody.
I think 5 and 6 are up for anyone.
Yeah. And then me and Matt or something. I don't know. Pierce, you want to do that? You were good last year.
Yeah, you know what? I could give it a try. I'm a decent goalie in the ACHL, so why not?
That's what I'm saying.
It says the skills can't translate. Like it's
Real.
NHL 22 is basically the exact same as NHL in hockey.
Real.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I should be the Blackhawks GM.
Yeah.
I made 3 different cap-friendly trades.
Honestly,
That's my resume.
real. You should put in your resume. Yeah, my good word from me. I'll go over my lines. So on my first line, I have Max Domi, Jonathan Taves, and Taylor Radish. I feel like Taves and Radish were developing some kind of chemistry at the end of the year. So I'm like, why don't they try that out? And you put Domi on the wing to be as that playmaker, that pain in the ass to play against. Like, it's not going to be like they're not going to score a whole ton of points, but like they're not going to be super easy to play against, and they're going to get some goals. So that's how I see it. The second line, I feel like we pretty much just all agreed with. Like, I have Athanasiou, Reichel, and Kane. It just makes too much sense. Like, again, like if you're gonna put Reichel in the NHL, put him with a guy who's gonna get him points, and that's Patrick Kane. Athanasiou is gonna score his goals. Third line, I have Khrushchev, Lafferty, and Johnson. Again, just like don't know how much offense it's gonna bring, but they're gonna be a pain in the ass to play against. And likewise with the fourth line, Kara, Blackwell, and Entwistle. I think Schmitty brought it up. Like, I just don't know. I don't see Kachuk. Like, I think he's on the team, but I don't know if he's in the lineup on the opening night.
Is he really on the team?
Yeah, that's honestly that might even be like because there's like Mike Hardman still, like Reese Johnson, like those are guys that could potentially leapfrog him. So
yeah, do we? Okay, is Mike Hardman 1 or 2 way? Because I keep checking the contract. I can't see.
They're both 2 way.
Both 2 way. Okay, just wanted to clarify that. Cool.
So for my defensive pairings, I'd fuck it. Like, put them together. Caleb Jones. And
no, dude. Just people. No, it's just people, dude. Don't even worry about it.
Dylan Schmidt pairing. Let's go. No, it's Caleb Jones and Seth Jones. Why? Like, honestly, why not? Like,
having a Dylan Schmidt pairing would be more interesting than anything on this regular season.
Yeah. Then I have McCabe Murphy. Like, then Vlasic and Mitchell. Like, put the tall guy with the little guy. You know. Not there's really nothing. There's no.
Dude, isn't that this podcast? Come on, it could be the DJ's cast line.
And then Mraz and Stale. Yeah, like nothing too crazy. Like the only line that I just see like getting anything going offensively is probably that second line of Athanasiou, Reichel, and Kane. But yeah, it's gonna be kind of a tough year. Anyways,
be a little stinky of a year.
Yeah, it might be all worth it in the end, though. Anyways,
okay.
I think that's it for the lines. We can get on to Twitter questions.
Holy shit, yeah, we got questions.
By the way, I just came to the realization Nazar's going to Michigan, right?
Yeah, he is, baby.
Yo, is he playing with Fantilli this year?
Yeah, he is, baby.
There's a good chance he might be, maybe not his line mate, but like, yeah, they're on the same team.
I don't know.
Thoughts are being thunk right now. Anyways, continue.
We dropped a third overall, but it works anyways. Anyway,
dude, I can't wait for the Hawks to become an American boys club.
American boy.
Hey, Fantilli's Canadian.
Kev Dog is still there. Yeah, Fantilli's Canadian too.
Don't worry,
you can't escape us.
We have to have 2 Canadians, 1 American, and then a bunch of Swedes.
Okay. First question.
And a German.
Tanner, any plans for the last few weeks of summer?
That's getting healthy.
Getting healthy. I'm going in very hockey insider style. I'm going to the lake like next week. So there's that. Other than that, just working, chilling, watching Better Call Saul. That's it.
I have an exciting one, and I'm hoping this can happen by the end of summer. I really want to go to the Ozarks. Went there back in 2016. Can't get the images out of my head. And yeah, I need to get back there. So hopefully that happens. Besides that, just I don't know, just trying to be more active. I went biking today. It was very nice.
I've been trying to go biking too. Like there's some good bike trails in Edmonton. Like there's one right close to my house, and it goes all the way down to the river. It's actually a pretty nice site. So
I'd like to just leave my apartment, but that's fine.
By the end of summer, let's pray.
Stupid virus. Anyways,
it's okay, Dylan. We'll beat the shit out of Corona when we find it.
Yeah.
Any predictions for World Juniors again? I'm not really watching the World Juniors.
Tanner, I love you, but I don't care. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
World Juniors. A Blackhawks prospect.
Go USA because that's the most prospects.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's true. I might even have to jump on that just because my things are.
Your country's in the toilet with the World Juniors.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Pierce. Oh no. Canada sucks. Let me go to USA.
yeah.
So much better.
Yeah, dude, that's where I want to go. That's my second option.
Good morning, USA. I have a feeling it's going to be wonderful.
American Dad moment.
The last part. And who do you think will surprise people the most at Hawks training camp?
Brian Green.
After you guys. Ian Mitchell, one of Ian Mitchell or Alec Regula. I think one of those guys are going to surprise and really take over that third defensive spot.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Vlasic or Caleb Jones. That's my it's going to be one of those left-handed defensemen that's going to – because, like, there's two battles at lefty right now. It's who's either going to be the one lefty or who's going to be the three lefty. Because I think McCabe's kind of got the second one locked down. Because I don't think unless McCabe and Jones have chemistry this year, they might under Richardson because they're playing a new defensive system.
Yeah.
So that might help.
I'm really excited to see what the defensive system looks like and, like, you know, what different results they get. Sure.
When's the last time we said that? I'm actually looking forward to see how the defense plays because we actually might have a coach that knows what he's doing.
We have an actual system that benefits the full player and not.
We don't have Nikita Zadorov chasing at the blue line. Whoa!
Seeing Connor Murphy try to block Ekblad point shots was such an experience 9 times a year,
dude. It gives me a headache just thinking about it. Like, and I get it. Like, really good teams can run it, but we're not a really good team, so don't run it.
Yeah, not right now because we do not have.
They were trying to run that shit with Andreas Martinson in the bottom 6. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, come on.
I'm pretty sure the teams that run is like Carolina and Nashville. Look at their defensive.
Yeah, teams that are 4 lines deep and like 8 defensemen deep. Crazy how that
very
works.
dumb for not remembering this, but doesn't Tampa play a man-on-man?
Yes, Tampa does play man-on-man. And
But
guess
again,
what? Tampa's fucking 4 lines deep and 3 pairings deep. It's crazy how that works.
Crazy.
It's a fine system. You just need the right players for it. You can't fit a square peg in a round hole. I don't know how many times you have to say that on the show.
Yeah, don't give a Ferrari to someone who can't drive it. Doesn't work out well.
No, give us a fucking stick car to someone who doesn't know how to drive stick.
Yeah. Put him in the middle of traffic, aka Jonathan Huberdeau, Ekblad.
It's like the video of the guy in the wheelchair. Oh Lord! And just
Harry,
like
put it in reverse. Harry, put it in reverse. Gary Stillman, back to the corner, away from the point. Come on.
Oh,
Put it in reverse, Wiley.
Okay, that's it from Tanner. This is from Charles. So the question is, how big of a role do you expect Kevin Korchinski to play on the Hawks this season? None. He's not going to be on this team, and he should not be on.
He'll
this
play
team.
one preseason game.
Dylan, looking for it. Where is that role?
Yeah, it's the Patrick when he puts like the glasses over his eyes. Yeah. No, sorry, Charles. Like Kevin Korchinski, love him. He's not being on this team for at least 2 years minimum.
If you want to, like, I was thinking that was going to.
Nor should he be subjected to this team. Like he doesn't.
I wasn't sure. Like if it was more of a role play in the future, when I answered that.
Okay, and
one.
but he says this season he's doing nothing on this team this season. Nor should he. He should be in Seattle, kicking ass and chewing bubblegum. But he's all out of bubblegum.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, and killing bubblegum too. Like you are gonna say,
stabbing it, stabbing the bubbles of bubblegum. That's what he's doing. But no, like if you meant future, hopefully he is a top pairing guy. Hopefully he is playing with Seth Jones. Or playing a role that allows Seth Jones to be play in a lesser role.
Dylan has said it. I will say it again. Just be Zach Rowinski, please. Please and thank you.
Shea Theodore, like anything close to that, we'll be happy. We'll be happy.
When we talk about Jake Gardner, be Jake Gardner without the fucking brain farts of brain farts.
I'm trying to think of what brain farts he could have possibly done, but
Next question.
Next question. Former Leaf thoughts on the Kadri to Isles rumor. By the way, this is more Lou Lamoriello hate. I think it's so stupid that he does this.
What?
that he like, no, I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna follow the contracts because I'm never ready. Like, I don't get it.
It's stupid. It's really stupid.
It's
It's old man stuff.
Yeah, it really is. It's literally it's getting old. Like I don't know. Get out of
He's getting old. It's getting old. We're tired. Come on.
Yeah, that's a very good point, honestly.
Why are we talking about Lou again?
Because because Jacob was like thoughts on the Kadri to the Isles rumor, and that's the whole thing. Like the Islanders haven't made any signings yet officially.
Pierce. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
A wise man once said, "Shit or get off the pot." I'm so tired of this crap. Jesus Christ! And apparently Kadri still wants $9 million. That's cute. All right.
Whoa, buddy.
Buddy. Still want 90 here in August. No one's giving you that shit. Have fun.
I want $9 million in August. I'm not getting it.
Yeah, must be nice.
All right.
It's just like I'm so over it. Like I don't care anymore. Like I'm so like the analysts don't care anymore. No one's checking in on that shit. I think Weeksy tweeted something out about it. Like, oh, there might be 4 transactions there today, and immediately deleted that shit because he's like, oh wait, it's the Islanders. No one fucking cares unless it revolves Barzell. Like, I'm sorry, no one cares. Such a relevant ass team.
Oh, the Islanders. Let me delete that.
Like, sorry, forgot you guys don't care about that team. Let me tweet about someone else.
No.
Like,
they forgot.
You just make some shit up about a different team. People tweet about
it. Pierce, that's why they do it, though, because they got to stay in the media cycle. They got to be special. They got to be different. They got to be cool. They got to be quirky. Oh, my God. I'm so quirky as my 80-year-old self and tells everyone to shave and be clean cut like the New York Yankees. Fucking loser.
I can't wait till he retires. I really can't.
That dude has been riding the coattails of the early 2000s Devils for 20 fucking years.
Dude, not the 90s Devils.
Never happened to him
longer than that.
Think about that, dude.
Oh.
Literally, the New Jersey Devils are in the sport of hockey, like with that trap. Like they'd set hockey so far behind us because of Lou Lamoriello. I hope God, we should have stopped right here before we go on a rant.
I will say I really like the Kadri deal for New York. A lot.
The Kadri deal.
Shut the fuck up. But I really do like the. It takes away matchups from Barzell, which is great because he's been taking out too many. So
he sucks.
He sucks. Yes, he's so much worse than John Tavares, Johnny Toronto. How can we make this about them?
Johnny Tafrado. Get him out of here,
dude. Can you stop making fun of him, dude? He's actually sensible.
Sorry, I forgot he's uwu. My bad.
No, you guys
I didn't know you were down
you
like
put in
that.
so much effort year in, year out, and this is what you get. Anyways.
Who's your prediction to win the Calder, and why is it Owen Power? How big of a jump does Dylan Cousins have? Does Tage Thompson score over or under 30 goals this year? This is from @BuffaloSports21.
Okay.
Who's our 100th follower? Let's go.
Okay. First question.
Yeah.
First one.
Who's your prediction to win the Calder, and why is it Owen Power?
Man, I don't know this rookie class enough. Fuck it, Owen Power. Why not, dude? I don't remember.
No, Matty Beniers, baby.
Yeah, I've been on the Beniers camp since he was fucking up the NHL as soon as he got there.
I forgot.
He had 9 points in 10 games. Like, I know he did well. I didn't know it was 9 points in 10. Like,
Yeah, he was scoring every game when he got called up. It was crazy. And he was playing a top 6 role. And like, if they could find a way to sneak him with Wright on a line, oh my God, so much fun. Much fun. Throw them with Bjorkstrand. Literally just make the all new people line.
Dude, we're like
Bjorkstrand is a crack.
Yo, triple B line. Burakovsky, Beniers, and Bjorkstrand. Let's go.
The big baller brand. Let's
Get
go.
excited.
Oh my God, the big baller brand line.
Yeah.
Big baller Burakovsky. What a
big
beast.
Bjorkstrand brand.
But since you said Beniers, I gotta think of a new player. Hold on.
I'll say who.
You know what? I'm gonna go Marco Rossi. Why not? He'll get a legit look this year.
We love Marco Rossi here.
You know who I do
also
love
another good choice. Or I guess pick Kent Johnson on Columbus.
Ooh, that is a. You know what? I'm switching. I'm switching to Kent Johnson because he's gonna play with Johnny Gaudreau.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
But
KJ.
Johnson's a center, right?
Center,
Center,
slash
winger,
more
whatever.
winger.
He's gonna be getting
Yeah.
points.
He's still gonna be playing.
Sillinger, like Gaudreau, Sillinger, Johnson. Yeah, you could do worse.
Dirty.
Damn, I wonder how they got that Cylinder guy. Anyways,
Stop.
So how big of a jump does Dylan Cousins have? What did Dylan Cousins even do this year?
He was pretty good last year.
He had
He actually was
40-something
pretty
points
good
in
last
the
year.
I'm legitimately curious. Like I'm not being.
No.
Yeah, was he even good?
And doing
No, he
things.
had 38 points in 79 games. That's not bad.
I'm going with 50 for Dylan this year. Cousins can get 50 this year.
I think
Cousins-
50, 55 is reasonable. I can see at least a 10-point increase.
Hey,
Dylan
Darlene
Cousins has some of the best
year.
headshots. Oh my goodness. This is hilarious.
I remember I wanted the
White
Hawks to draft
Horse,
Dylan Cousins
UConn.
back
Let's
in the day.
go.
Me too. I thought he was sick.
But yeah, I'd say 50 points, probably maybe 20 goals if you can sneak that.
40 assists for 60 points, perhaps.
Oh, let's not get crazy, Pierce.
I'm not kidding.
Let's
I
not
could
go
actually see
too
him.
out of hand here.
Because like
I don't
13
know,
goals,
that's
25 is.
Here
You
to
know what's
here.
so sad? 13 goals, 25 assists is literally all I was asking out of Kirby Doc for 3 fucking years. Like, just saying. Oh, by the way, another guy who had a year in junior and then came up and then was better. It's crazy how development works. It's crazy.
What?
It's crazy. It's genuinely
What?
crazy. Anyways, enough about me being a bitter piece of shit. Let's continue.
Whoa.
Oh, Tage Thompson over under 30 goals. I think he's over. I think he hits 30 again.
35.
They're gonna give him all the spots to score again. I don't think he hits 38, but like
He is
33.
going to score 33 goals.
Hey, look, that's what I said too. Great minds think
Just
alike.
like me.
Just like Andreas Athanasiou, who's going to get 30 goals.
So real of you, Jimmy. He's getting
goals,
40.
dude, come on.
Dude, if anybody's going to help him score 40 goals, it's Patrick Kane. Let's just be honest here.
Dude, like
Not gonna-
Buffalo
it's
has some
gonna be Colin
interesting. Buffalo's got some interesting players. Like Alex Tuck was almost like 0.8 points a game last year. 38 and 50. That's pretty good.
Yeah, they have
I see Tuck being real damn good next year.
Peyton Krebs.
Dude, if Skinner can be a 25, 30 goal guy for the rest of that contract, or at least 25, like you're cooking with grease.
How many
Fuck,
goals
Okposo. Okposo had 45 points last year. Like, good for him, dude. Okposo has had
Hell
such a
yeah,
rough
dude.
go.
Yeah. Holy shit. Yes, please.
You know Skinner had 33 goals last year? Holy
Yeah, you
shit.
didn't know that. Dude, the line was Tuck, Thompson, Skinner, I'm pretty sure.
Holy
That was the
goodness,
line
I gotta-
last year.
I gotta
How many
keep
points did
this
Okposo have?
together.
Okposo had 45, Skinner had 63,
Ooh.
Thompson had 68, Dahlin had 53, Olofsson had 49 points, which isn't bad. Still at 20 goals.
Okposo's like, everyone talks about him as if he's like the best man alive. Like, so just, I'm always rooting for him. And I feel like everybody is. He just seems like a great fucking
Dude, he's had terrible health problems
he-
the last
yeah.
Yeah, he's just
Back.
had the worst one.
And it's
really.
his back. The fucking back.
Dude, what do we always say? It's your back, it's your hips, it's your knees. Any of those get hurt, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, part of me wants to say the wrist too, because look what happened to Bobby Ryan. But like,
True.
I don't know, man. Like, there are certain injuries in hockey
21
where if
goals
you
for
have
Bobby
them multiple
Ryan.
times, you're fucked. Like,
I'll
Sagan
never-
and Ben both had their hips fucked, and look at them now. Like, Patrick Sharp had his hips fucked, and that was what had his decline in his career. And he went into his like mid-30s playing very well. Like,
Well, it was as soon as the hip injury happened.
PK Subban is another great example. As soon as his hips go bad, he was done.
Speaking of a guy who should get an expensive contract and get traded at the deadline, PK Subban.
PK Subban's not getting paid more than $1 million if he signs anywhere.
You don't think so?
Dude,
No.
he's ass, and he made $9 million on his last contract. If he signs anything more than one, that's pathetic. He knows how much money he made on his last deal. He does. He knows what his worth is, I think.
That's fair. That's fair.
Guys like Calvin DeHaan still aren't signed. Gee, I wonder why.
To Toronto, baby. Let's go. Get excited. There's Morgan Riley's partner we've been looking for.
But yeah.
need to stop.
The Sabres are going to be interesting for sure. Because like Jack Quinn should probably definitely get some playing time
Jack
this year.
Quinn was like way over point per game in the AHL.
JJ Paterka.
Luukkonen.
Like Paterka's going to get time. Like,
They have a bunch of. They have Devin Levi still. Like they
Is-
got goalies.
Is Buffalo going to be fun next year?
they'll be fun.
Oh,
I
they're
don't know
gonna
about good. Their goaltending
fine.
still stinks. Like,
Good is not equal to.
I don't
it's
care about
Anderson, Subban, and Eric Comrie.
Oh, that's right. They got Eric Comrie.
Sign PK, make it fun.
That's what Jacob wants so bad.
No, that's literally why I'm saying it, because he kept saying he's like, sign Subban. I want it to be fun. Like, yeah, so let's have some fun. Malcolm, PK, fuck yeah.
Malcolm in the
Go
middle.
get Jordan in the
Myers.
minors.
Yeah.
It is literally Malcolm in the middle.
Yeah, but at least it's not all doom and gloom in Buffalo lately, so that's a good thing.
Honestly, good for the fans.
Also, not Dylan Cousins. Peyton Krebs is going to get a full year too, which will be huge.
Fuck yeah.
Because I think he was he had injury trouble at one point too.
Concussion.
Another outcast from Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, and they got Ilya Lyubushkin. I don't mind that signing. That's not a bad signing.
He was really solid in Toronto.
Jacob didn't like that signing.
Jacob doesn't like any signing. I'm sorry.
No,
he hated the fact that they brought back Hinostroza. I'm like, dude, you need players in the bottom six.
You need good players in the bottom six.
He's not good, but he's a player.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. He's not playing in Chicago. He's not good anymore.
Yeah, he's not playing with Patrick Kane. Sorry, he's not.
He gets his ruby red slippers whenever he walks into Chicago. Makes
Hell yeah,
sense.
bro.
It's not even a Kane thing, dude. He's making Kane look good at times. He just plays well here. It's that hometown heroicism.
All right, next question.
It's like when Kirby Doc played Edmonton the bubble. Like that's just this town. That's where he.
You're right. That's why he was good.
For Mitch, Vegas prediction. It's the 2 words, just a Vegas prediction.
Vegas prediction, wild card.
They probably make the playoffs. If they don't, then holy shit.
I gotta check something with Vegas before I make my prediction. Hold on.
I need to Patrick Bateman. I need to check some cap friendly.
I need to check my cap
The
friendly.
thing is, I don't care about Vegas. I don't like Vegas. If they make the playoffs, cool. If they don't,
I want to see Jack Eichel get 100 points next year. That's what I want.
You care about Vegas, and it's the worst thing for all of us. We all care because we hate them. Everyone cares about Vegas in the sense that we all fucking hate them. But please, just Jack Eichel.
Dude, I forgot they have Shea Weber's LTIR contract. What the fuck?
Shea Weber, 50 points. Okay.
Oh my God.
I mean, he's no Brent Seabrook in Tampa Bay, but
my prediction for Vegas next year is Jack Eichel's over point a game. That's my only prediction I'm making. That's the prediction I want. I don't give a fuck what the team does. Yeah. I want to see Jack Eichel and particularly Mark Stone because I know he had some back issues last year. Which, by the way, back issues, Ruh-roh coming from Mark Stone. Especially because he just signed an 8-year deal. But
the guy who has cinder blocks for skates already.
And honestly, the Pacific is such a shit show that they'll probably make the playoffs. But I want to see Jack Eichel have like 90 points minimum next year and be healthy for a full 82 games. That's actually what I want. Jack Eichel healthy 82 games next year.
Yeah,
biggest thing.
That's your Vegas prediction.
I want him and Stone to play full years and be a point per game. That's what I want.
Did you say? I thought you said Stillman. I was like, oh my god, my man snuck blood in there. My man snuck blood.
His dad's coming out of retirement, dude. Let's go.
We're gonna get Corey Stillman from New Jersey or whatever his name, or whoever his brother is.
Chase Stillman.
Chase
Stillman. That's what it is.
Is his dad Corey Stillman?
Yeah, I think his dad's Corey.
Yeah, Corey's coming out of retirement to the Blackhawks. Isn't he?
Oh, get excited!
For a second round. Wow.
You can hear the excitement in Pierce's voice. He's so excited.
I've said it so much. I'm just like, get excited. Say the line, Pierce. Get excited.
Get excited. No. Say the line, Pierce. Shout out to the Minions and them. Shout out to Drew and them.
Shout out to Gru and the Minions, bro.
He's got my back. Shout out to Gru and them. That's the best thing ever.
I really enjoy that. That's like that's like a brand for the podcast already. Because whenever there's an announcer,
I was on break at work, just sitting at my chair, just laughing at that every time I looked at it. I love
Virgin Barstool Chief Bird and Chad Pierce Minions. That's the difference. These are the
or the Blackhawks like eyeball emojis.
No, they're right between you guys. Blackhawks eyeball emojis get me going. Okay, that shit gets me up in the morning. So I can't say that's a bad thing. But if I see that damn bird again, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Oh my gosh, that's a great them. That should just be the podcast title. Shout out to Gru and them.
No, please. Oh, Pierce. Okay. I'm really into the podcast title, but you really do look like a thick Homelander, and I'm really here for it.
You know what? That's a compliment.
Someone
call me Buzz Lightyear at work. I'm like, okay.
No. That makes no sense.
You are a toy!
With the blonde
you are a child plaything!
Please
You
tell me
are
they said
bad,
that with
strange little man, and you
when
have
you
a-
had dark hair, right? They said Buzz
Yeah.
Lightyear.
Yeah.
I was
No,
gonna say-
like with my blonde hair.
Dude, my favorite Buzz Lightyear was when he went bleach and started a band. That was my favorite part of Lightyear.
Yo, when Buzz Lightyear was
That's
in
why they
NSYNC.
can't show it in China. It's too gay.
Ew, Carly Rae Jepsen. Ugh.
Carly Rae Jap. Oh no.
The gays a ways for me.
Anyway, what's the next
How did
question?
Jimmy get so hot? This is from at Housecats NSH.
Right.
Money laundering. Next question.
Yeah, no, I
No,
saw
it's an osmosis
a
effect. When
copious
you're with
amount
me
of-
and
It's
Phil all the time,
osmosis.
that's what happens. Anyways, next question.
Oh wait, no.
What
you
is
gotta
our
go to the next
favorite
Jimmy question.
cereals?
You gotta go to the next Jimmy question. No, there's another Jimmy question.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Jimmy, you're a
How
popular
cool-
topic
this
in
is
the
the-
comments.
This is the question that everyone wants to know. Jimmy, how tall are you? This is from none other than
no.
at the Kendrick _ the Kendrick.
Kenny wants to know, bro. Kenny wants to know.
Go on. You can't leave my man Benny hanging.
Say the line, Jimmy. 5'9".
Oh, I thought it was worse. 5'9's not horrible. I mean, it's not tall, but I mean, it's not.
Fuck you.
Anyways, next question. The last one. Favorite cereal for each member. I want.
Ooh, I like that question. That's fun.
I know, that's what I was hoping to get. I'm like, give me a random ass question. None of these stupid hockey questions. This is from at Hazeldine. I don't know who that is. Jordan.
That's my fucking boy Jordan. That's
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yo, Jimbo's boy Jordan. Thanks for giving us.
all of
Hey.
All right,
Oh man. Okay, Pierce started off.
I'll go. So, I must confess, I'm not really a huge cereal eater, but I am a sucker for sugary cereals, especially chocolate ones where after they like melt into the milk, after you're done eating the cereal, you can have the chocolate milk. I just love chocolate milk. So if anything that can turn into chocolate milk, any chocolate cereal I like. That's my answer.
Count Chocula. I'm gonna give you that.
Yeah, there you go.
You Count
Count
Chocula.
Chocula is my favorite cereal.
Yeah, you can run with that. That's funny.
Let's go. We can go to the air. We can go to air with that. Let's go.
Oh man, best cereal though. I gotta think. You know what's underrated? Quite. Frosted Flakes. Simple.
They're great.
Frosted Flakes are my Marcus Kruger. I can always go to it. I know I can rely on it. Gets the job done. Love Frosted Flakes. But when I'm feeling a little fancy, I want a little pizzazz, a little
The
bit.
David Camp cereal, maybe.
Maybe.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
you know-
Camp cereal is life. Not even cinnamon life. Just fucking life. No, it's Kix. That's what David Camp cereal is. It's fucking Kix. The worst fucking cereal on the planet. That's what he is. No,
This tastes
actually, Camp's Special K. I'm a fucking idiot. He's Special K. That's so stupid. He's special. And so is Kruger, bro. Special K. You can always rely on him. The healthy option. Jeremy Carlton has himself a heavy dose of Special K every
Oh
morning when he was
my
making those hawk slides in
Guys,
2019.
Time out.
What?
How is my quick answer not my one and only Sir Charles?
That's right. We were so occupied.
You realize
with the
I was
David
gonna
Camp
say-
cereal.
I was trying to say, like, Frosted Flakes, that's my go-to. That's my safety round. You want to
Next
get
door, Lucky Charms.
real good stuff? Lucky fucking Charms, baby. I wasn't even gonna say that for the joke.
marshmallows. I could eat a whole bag of
But
those,
me-
and there are things.
Sir Charms, I would like to say that my favorite cereal.
Yes, Sir Charms.
Also, Pierce, you can find them just the marshmallows.
Oh, I know that.
Amazing stuff.
I've had one
Changes
before.
your life. Gives you like 2 types of diabetes, but
3 different
Very much
cavities, but you're
It runs in my family. I'm gonna get it any day anyway. So
hey, it
might
runs
as
through your,
well
it
enjoy
runs
it.
through your stomach. I'll tell you that. Shit, dude. That shit
What?
is. It said it runs through your stomach. That shit is literally like that is marshmallow acid, baby. That's just jet fuel.
Sure.
It
Get
tastes
excited,
amazing.
Cereal Nation.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Twitter questions.
I didn't even answer my question. I didn't even
Oh
answer
yeah.
jerks.
Jump the gun a little bit. That's my bad.
I'm gonna name a couple because I can't just name one. Like Jimmy said, if I had to go with like my crutch one, it's Honey Nut Cheerios or Cinnamon Life. Like those two, just
Cinnamon
so
Toast Crunch
good.
is right up there for me too.
Well, no, I said Cinnamon Life. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is great
sure.
too. Don't get me wrong. But I'm talking like if there's one I'm gonna buy at the store to have in my pantry every day, it's Cinnamon Life or Honey Nut Cheerios, like easily. But then like if I want something like sweet, it's like Cinnamon Toast Crunch or I want to. Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sitting on one when you're done.
Dude, like I'm a big honeycomb guy. I really like honeycomb.
I don't mind honeycomb. Yeah.
Like honeycomb is really good. And then, I mean, fuck, you can't go wrong with like Cocoa Puffs. Like, can't go wrong. There's not really a bad cereal.
You go cuckoo.
You gotta really try to find a bad cereal.
Okay, I'm thinking of a cereal. This is like top 3 for me. This is like
Apple
goated.
Jacks too. Oh, so good.
Thank you.
Slap, yes.
Good one. Okay, but okay.
What cereals don't slap is the big question.
Hmm?
What cereals don't slap is the big question.
That's
fucking Raisin Bran sucks dick.
Oh, yeah,
no, it's
You can't tell me otherwise.
That was a given.
Raisin Brans and anything that goes over the top with oats. Those two. Those are the ones.
No, even Honey Bunches of Oats isn't that bad. Like
Reese's
honestly.
fucking Puffs.
Yeah.
Reese's Puffs, baby. Completely
Eat 'em
forgot
up,
about
bro.
those.
Beat 'em up.
I was gonna say you eat them up, dude. Those things are fucking amazing. Ooh.
Yeah, and you got peanut
Change
butter
your
milk
life.
after.
Change your
Let's
life.
go. Yes, sir. I'm a big sucker for that, drinking the milk after the flavored milk. So that's
You do look like Homelander.
Just like me for real.
Delicious.
Delicious. William? What a pleasant surprise. Me when I see my friend William, it's been a while since I've seen him, and it's a pleasant surprise.
Also, okay, it took me until now to realize there's a Will Butcher in the NHL. How the fuck did it take me that long?
Fuck, you didn't know that?
I knew that, but no, wait, it didn't click. It didn't click
Butcher.
while I was watching The Boys that there's a Will Butcher in the NHL. I was like, oh shit.
William Butcher.
William Butcher. Yes. I hope the Blackhawks get him just so that the Hawks have to make memes about a show that's TVMA.
Shout out to Gru and them.
Boy.
Kid named Finger. We need Jeff Finger to come back. Let's
Jeff
go.
Finger! Jeff Finger has joined the front office.
Could you imagine? We've hired player named Finger.
Employee named Finger.
Yeah.
Today we're gonna hire Finger, Jeff Finger.
Oh my
God. This is the least funny.
You don't want to probe someone with Jeff Finger, bro. You just don't want to probe him with him.
Dude,
When he's on a Chicago summer,
he'll never
that would be epic. Anyways.
Any more
Anything
questions?
else to add, gentlemen?
I really like.
Oh, that was the last Twitter question.
I really like hockey, guys. Do you guys like hockey?
It's all right, I guess.
That's good, man.
Mid.
Dude,
Not moved.
better.
Anyways, so before we end things up, and on a bit of a sad note, like I wanted to originally open up the show with this. Got the news. Unfortunately, Ben Stilter, who was the Oilers superfan, unfortunately passed away last night. I logged into Twitter, I saw the tweet, I was just devastated. It's nice that the whole hockey world's coming together. Like he was 6 years old. He just went through so much stuff, just an absolute warrior, and nothing but my well wishes to him and his family. Rest in peace, Ben. That's really all I have to say.
Yeah, I hope his family really are coming together at this time because it can't be easy.
No, not
It
at
can't
all.
be.
I think more than anything, the people I think about most are his sisters.
Yeah, he has obviously a mom and dad, and then two older sisters, I believe.
Yeah, that's like the first thing I think about is just I don't I'm not religious, but all the prayers and the warm welcomes in the world, warm wishes in the world. I'm sorry, I don't want to stutter on a fucking situation like this, but seriously, I can't even imagine what they're going through right now. And jeez, I mean, like everyone said, Ben seemed like an absolute, just wonderful human being.
Well, yeah, he was huge in the Edmonton community. Like
Mhm.
he got to meet Connor McDavid. Like, you know, it's just
I'm,
it's
I'm,
sad,
it's good
but
that he got to do that. It's
yeah, and it's nice to see the hockey community come together. You know, like it
yeah.
sucks, but
Hockey community can be shit most of the time, but there's some good moments, and I think that
yeah,
the celebration of Ben is hopefully we can have that
Mhm.
moment. If
yeah,
not for us, but shit for him and his family, man.
yeah.
Rest in peace.
I wanted to open up the podcast on that. Like I completely forgot about, to be honest, but
I think it's better to close it off. I didn't
Yeah.
want to have to think about that. Not gonna
No.
lie. I think it's best to pay respects after, to just good way to end it off. And yeah, I'm sorry, I mean to interrupt you. I'm just like,
Oh no, it's okay. Like I just want to say I don't know how like to properly end it off now. Like transition from that. Like it's just
no, really,
bad. But
rest in
Just
peace.
tell the people you care about you love them, because you never know when that last day is going to be on Earth. That's basically all you can
give
tell
them a
anyone
hug.
at this
Give
point.
your
Yeah.
loved ones a hug.
And be kind to people, because you never know what they're going through.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a very, very good rule of thumb. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys are enjoying your summer. Again, glad to be part of THPN, reaching out to more wider audience, and we can actually make some money off the ads. But I think our last episode got like something like, I think, close to 30 downloads already. So
Oh shit.
good to see that. But yeah, give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts.
Give us a 5-star rating. Don't even think about it.
You know what? No, don't give us a 5-star rating. Give us a 5.5-star rating.
Yeah.
Break the scale and give us
a
5.5
1-star rating and
stars.
tell us how Jimmy's short.
And the Leafs
Oh.
suck. And tell me how sexy my blonde hair is and I look like Tom Hardy.
As long as you call Pierce hot, it's okay.
Yeah, just
You can make fun of me. Just call him hot.
belittle Jimmy and stroke Pierce's ego. That's all you got to do in the PJS cast.
Balanced as all things should be.
Well, I do want to say too. Fucking very thankful to be a part of the Hockey Podcast Network. Holy shit! We were talking about it before we got in the air here. We've been doing this for this podcast specifically.
We technically did a podcast like 4 years ago. Like,
yeah,
we've been so on and off with
first
it,
4
but
years
this is like the first time we've been consistent with it. The big thing with podcasts is like what the first, most podcasts don't survive the first 5 or 10 episodes. We're well past that. I think we're at once. I think this is 160 right here. Like I haven't really been keeping track of the episodes, but yeah,
it doesn't survive if you get bored of it, and if you like doing it, well, here we are. I just want to say it's been a fucking hell of a ride with you guys, and genuinely, I can't wait, man. I can't wait for the rest of it. This has been an absolute blast, and one of the best journeys of my life. Even just a small podcast as it is, doing this shit with you guys, it's been.
we're just three gentlemen shooting this shit, you know.
But isn't that what it's what boys being boys is for?
Isn't that hey? Isn't that what a podcast is for?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe so.
So yeah, hope everyone is doing well right now, and enjoy the rest of your night. Peace out, y'all.